10 seconds early instead of 20 minutes late. Feels better than yesterday. Okay, so the good news is I did not hear back from FSHud support yet. I mean, it's a weekend, so makes sense, but I was able to get it working again, and all I had to do, it seems so obvious, but I don't know, maybe it wasn't obvious. So on the FSHud website where you like first download the software, when I went to that site, it just kept telling me you don't have a license. That's basically all it said. There were no options to do anything. In the corner of the site, when I signed out from my account, once I signed in, or when I signed out, it gave me like the original activation screen. So I could just reactivate, and then it kind of reconnected it, and then I re-downloaded it, reset it up, whatever, and now it seems to be working again. So I have the software open, so yeah, it feels good. And so I got FSHud running, and I have FSLTL running. I think I just heard a plane right there. Yeah, we're seeing traffic already, so I'm assuming this is all FSLTL stuff again. Well, it's actually, the traffic is from FSLTL, but the way the FSHud developer described it, they actually do all the movement is done by FSHud, actually. So it's not just ATC, but it's a Honda jet, right? Anyway, I'm back in the Grand Caravan. I got the analog edition going. So this did get an update. So I'm going to look at some of the stuff that came with the update. I should pull that up really quickly. Their release notes for this. And I don't remember checking out the 1.1 update, but it's now on the 1.2 update. Hey Diesel, what's up? What's up, Mike? Yeah, no problem, Clint. Yeah, I keep meaning to make more. I want to do a CRJ, or maybe I'll end up doing an Airbus one next, like a A321, since I might fly that. I've been getting into it a little bit. But yeah, I'm a total newbie at that, so hopefully there are no bugs or anything with them. And I just modified this one to work with the Analog Caravan. I have to figure out how to make this downloadable, but basically you just tell the Analog Caravan to use the regular Caravan livery. So I'm just using their like example livery right now, and then I just modified it to point at the Couch Captain's one. But anyway, hey Tyler, what's up? Hey William. Let me find those release notes for it's Analog Caravan 1.2 update or 102 update? 012 update. Oh, there's a post on Avsim about it. Yeah, I think the main things. So this is somebody's post on Avsim, Captain Pete or Piet, but he just pasted in the release notes here. So it says, yeah, custom sounds and oral warnings added. Some ambient sounds have been added. And then this was the one I just, reading this thread, I found a link to download the WTT package for the PMS 50s GTN 750. So normally you can just go to the PMS 50 site. So if I go there, there's this compatible aircraft section. I was looking at this yesterday, but the Analog Caravan is not listed here. It's not listed anywhere. Only the base Grand Caravan is listed right here. And this is the one that uses the G1000 still. So here, the WTT mode, this is like using working titles code for the autopilot and the flight planning. So only certain planes can do that, and you have to download an extra package for your community folder. So it said that here that a separate package is required, available there, but it's not there. We can see that it's not here. There's no Grand Caravan listed. So further down in this thread, for those of you that are flying it and want to try out the update and are using the 750, as I scrolled down here, I found a post. Where was it? There was a link directly to a zip file posted on, here it is right here. So this person, Alvega, posted this, available here, and there's a direct link to this new package. So this is GTN 750 WTT. So you install this in addition to the Grand Caravan, the Analog Caravan, and in addition to the PMS 50 or the 750 mod as well. 1.2 changes the autopilot. You think it's buggy. So I'm wondering though if people, I'll try it out. Maybe it is buggy and I'll have to change planes. But did they download this working title package as well? I mean, we'll test it out and find out, but I'm wondering if maybe people, because I didn't know where to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. You know, as you saw, it wasn't available on their site, on the PMS 50 site. So anyway, I'm hoping it works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to change plans. We'll see how it goes. Actually, what I should do really quickly is just get this started up and do a test flight with the autopilot really fast. And then just so I don't waste my time doing flight planning and all that, I'll just take a quick flight here around the airport and make sure that it's working. So I have the 750 up right here. All right, let's get the starter on. You like the 208 has potential missing something? Yeah, I mean, this improvement mod is amazing. I guess there may be some bugs with it, so we're going to check that out right now, see if the autopilot's working for me. If it's not, maybe you need to wait for a bug fix release to come out, but this thing is incredible. Had a really good time flying this. Just waiting for our NG to get in the green. All right, we're good there. Turn the starter off, fuel pump to normal, avionics 2 on. Oops, I forgot my beacon. Nav light on. Generators in use, alternators off, batteries charging. And I did look through the checklist again. I keep getting confused about this, but I'm pretty sure the standby alternator power is supposed to be on. And just as part of this, you do the trip test here to make sure that it works. And it switches to the alternator and then reset it. And then you leave that on as far as I know. It seems to be the right thing to do. All right, this is in slave mode and aligned. And I'll leave this on generator. And then I think they fixed a bug. They said the inertial separator wasn't behaving properly. So now supposedly it will it'll show a reduction in torque when you enable it or when you engage it. And it'll aux fuel pump on. Wait, isn't it? It is supposed to be at normal. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be off of this one. And I'll look through the checklist again in a minute once we get going. Let me put taxi strobe. I didn't put the prop full forward. Whoops. I'll just put this on altitude reporting mode. Sync with B. Sync the sync our altimeters, and I'm just gonna go find a random runway to take off from. I'm just gonna go get up in the air really quickly to. Let's put flaps 1. Just gonna get up in the air. I'm not gonna even look at which runway I should use. I'm just gonna go. We'll just try out the autopilot really quickly to see if I'm having any issues here. All right, I will follow where the windsock is pointing and use that runway. I'm just gonna taxi super fast too. Don't try this at home. Setting new altitudes and using vertical speed is different. Okay, I know some people had the Cap 140 improvement mod installed. So I made sure that that's not installed as well. I shouldn't have anything installed that modifies the Cap 140. Not used to these frame drops that we get in New York, the New York area. All right, I'll just sit forward here so I can look at the torque. Make sure I don't overspeed that. Or make sure I don't exceed the limits here during takeoff. Wow, it needs a lot of right rudder. All right, flaps going up. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna pitch up and then we'll try out the autopilot. Get over 400 feet here. We're at almost 200 AGL. I love the little radio or radar altimeter right here. It's like pretty easy to see. So we just passed 200 AGL. Hey Branson, what's up? All right, yeah, so let me try out the vertical speed mode in a second here. Let me just turn on the default modes and see if it, see what it does. Okay, we have roll and vertical speed. Switch over to heading mode. Set my altitude to 5,000. All right, this is working right so far. Vertical speed mode's on by default, so maybe the Cap 140 doesn't have a pitch mode. Oh, you have the new Cap 140? Yeah, I assume there'll be conflicts with that and this. All right, torque is good. Prop RPM can come back just a little bit. It's our outside air temperature. 11 degrees, 61 in the cabin. We can turn bleed air heat on. All right, so this looks okay so far. So this is switching to altitude hold mode, 1,800 feet. Vertical speeds drop now. It's going down just a little bit to bring us down to... It should take us down to... Okay, it's taking us up to 1,800 now. If I hit Barrow 1018, press and hold Barrow 3007. So that looks like it's being synced up when I hit B on my keyboard. So that's good. So let me turn the music off. So that looks right so far. All right, so let's climb. Let's continue that climb. 5,000. Let's go to 5,500. And then hit altitude. Vertical speed comes on. All right, that seems okay. And do I have to hit the arm button? Okay, cool. So I think the stock Cap 140, the arm button doesn't necessarily work. And that's to arm, at least when you have vertical speed mode on, clicking arms altitude hold mode. So this is like the equivalent of ALTS mode on the G1000. So it'll wait until we get to this pre-selected altitude and then level us off into altitude hold. But normally the arm mode either doesn't work or this altitude arm thing will come on by default. It'll come on automatically whenever you enter vertical speed mode. I think that's how the 140 mod works. But this seems okay. And let's just turn around with the heading bug. So far, so good. Man, it's pretty clear here today. Vertical speed, altitude thing always confuses. Yeah, I wish it was... So if I hit Alt or Alt right now... Oh, I have this bug. Instrument utils not running. I'm just going to turn it off. Actually, that means nothing here works. Oh, that's weird. Oh, right. Just flight instrument utilities has to be running. Great, another background program. Yay, my favorite. Well, I just ran that. I don't think it's... Is it doing anything? I'm trying to see if it's in my system doc. SimBrief. Navigraph. Nothing happened when I ran the Just Flight System Utilities app on my PC. Oh man. I wish we could just stop making more. There's just so many dependencies. But yeah, the vertical speed thing is always confusing. Yeah, because what if I want... Usually when I hit up and down, it doesn't update. Like sometimes you'll not be able to just press up or down to get it to wake up and show you. So this one seems to be working fine. So it shows 900. If I hit up, it shows my current one, and now I can change it. If I hit Alt, that's going to switch me back to altitude hold mode at my current altitude. So if I hit altitude right now, we're about to hit 4,000. Yeah, it just locks in at 4,000. Alert, altitude hold mode. And now it's pitching us back down. And that also resets our selected altitude to that. So now I have to turn this up. Then I think up and down would normally just change the pitch of the plane up and down without a vertical speed mode. Yeah, if I just keep clicking up, see, it's just pitching the nose up, like pitch mode. But now it's going to settle back down, I think. Oh, no, it is holding, okay. But I think that's separate. This is not vertical speed mode. So if I hit Alt, then I get vertical speed mode. And now it's in 500. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think how it's working is basically pitch mode until you press Alt or Alt again. I want to say Alt because of Alt Control Delete, but the word is altitude. So Alt, I don't know. It just sounds weird when you say Alt. Maybe it only sounds weird when I say Alt. That seems okay. All right, let's go back to Teterboro. I can't click the airport. There we go. Teterboro procedures, ILS. Let's check the winds. 260 at 10 knots. So let's go. I guess ILS 6 is our best bet there. And we'll just do vectors. And I can't load it, probably because I don't have a departure set. Make sure we're not going to run into anything. All right, flight plan. KTEB to KTEB. There we go. Direct to. Direct to? Hello? It won't do anything. All right, let's pretend we came from another airport, maybe. Cleared the whole flight plan. All right, let's try LaGuardia to KTEB. I guess it doesn't like me doing the same departure and arrival. Oh, it's on VLOC mode still too. That might be why. Map, CDI. Oh, and it's suspended. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try this again. And then we activate the leg here. All right, success. Okay, now procedures. Approach. KTEB, ILS 6, vectors. Load and activate. All right. When I'm at a stable altitude, what happens when you start dialing in a new altitude? Okay, so we're almost at 5. Wait, it passed 5. Oh, it passed 5,000 because I didn't arm altitude hold mode. So I have to hit arm now. So let's get up to 6,000, then I'll give that a shot. All right, and then for our map, yeah, we'll just turn to the west, and then we'll go intercept that final approach course. Let's go this way for now. Looks like it's showing our restrictions. Dandy 1500. Might need to circle around a bit, but we're still climbing for 6,000. Let's see how this goes. Stable altitude and then dial in a new altitude. So you mean you want me to get in altitude hold mode and then change the selected altitude? I think I just did that. I'll do it again. But I just tried that because we went to 4,000 and then I changed it up to 5,000. All right, so we got the alert because it's capturing 6,000 right now. Okay, here's 6,000. Wait for the vertical speed to get to 0. All right, vertical speed's at 0, holding at 6,000, altitude hold mode at 6,000. So I put in 9,000. And I still get altitude hold mode here. We went up about 10 feet, or 20 feet, but it could just be wind. Yeah, it's still holding us around 6,000. This might be part of the Analog Caravan's like instrumentation where it has things waver like it does with the fuel flow over here. These needles are kind of always moving. And if I hit B again just to make sure. Yeah, it is going slightly up, but see if it tries to hold us down. Are you saying, what is the bug? Is this a bug where it's going to eventually just keep going higher and higher, even in altitude hold mode? Yeah, it's not decreasing. Starts climbing immediately. I see. Yeah, maybe it is the mod then. Alright, so if I bring this down to 1500, we need to get down there. Then I hit Alt to get it in vertical speed mode. Go to 1100, pull back my throttle. 1,000 feet per minute. And then I'm going to arm because we want it to capture at 1500. Alright, and then over here, we're going to want to, yeah, just turn all the way around here towards Dandy. Let's change our heading a little further out. Give us time to get down to 1500. Alright, and then for the ILS, let me double check that the frequency is set. It's on 1105, ILS, runway 04. That must not be the right ILS, because I think aren't we for runway 06? Set course to 282. All right, 282. And then under procedures, yeah, we're on ILS 6. So let's see if I go to map, Teterboro, if I can click it. It's very hard to click the airport sometimes. Oh, I didn't set up Navigraph access. Whoops. See if it's under airport info. Frequencies. ILS should be in here. Oh, it's not. Interesting. Alright, let's just get it from our trusty VFR map. So here it's got the... This looks very working title-like. It's got the final approach course, so it shows vectors, and then it's got the missed approach procedure over here as well. ILS, there's no information for the ILS. Wait, what's going on here? I don't want to set up the charts in case it shows a super secret code of some sort, so let me bring up Navigraph up here. Man, getting kind of laggy. Alright, load flight plan. Loaded the flight plan backwards. Wait, did it load it backwards? Flight plan, LaGuardia to Teterboro, and it loaded in Teterboro to LaGuardia. Alright, approach, ILS runway 6. 1099, is that what that says? Okay, I can't fit the width anymore. Why does this everything break? Just nothing works. Like I can't stretch the size of this to fit anymore. Alright. 108.9, so yeah, we had the wrong frequency up here. 108.9 transfer. Alright, now we have ILS glide slope runway 06 shown. That's good. Yep, Tyler, yep, 108.9. Alright. Alright, back to the map. Let's just spin it around. Go to Dandy. Supposed to be at 1500. We're at 2300. I'll just land back here and then I'll find a on-air job. the usual. Back in the grind. Yeah, the frame rates here are insanely bad right now. Yikes. I'm actually running in high-end preset as well, not even ultra. All right, let's switch over to nav mode. Approach mode is not turning on. Interesting. That looks like the glide slope right there, unless it's... Huh. How am I going to land an airplane if I don't have approach mode? It's impossible. And it busted through 1,500 feet as well. What? Alright, let's go up. Back up to 1,500. I actually don't know if this button right here that says GPS APR arm, I assume that's approach. Seems kind of redundant. I'm not sure why. What this does, this nav GPS changes to VLOC or GPS mode over here. Oh, we're suspended again, which, no, suspended is fine. Because we don't want it to auto-sequence us to the next one. Okay, I see the glide slope coming in now. There it is. All right. Maybe it's not, maybe it didn't let me arm approach because, yeah, okay, I wasn't in VLOC mode. Smart. All right, so we're almost at 1,500. Vertical speed, which I'm going to hit. I'm wondering what's going to happen here. So we're in a climb. Maybe I'll just change the vertical speed to 0. Altitude mode is not armed, so... Looks damn good for high end. Yeah, it could also be just because I have those like VFR mods installed. Those might be taking up a bunch of frames too. I'm not really sure. It's weird. It's only happening when I turn. Like when I turn the camera. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, let me fix this. It's going to be the off-screen caching. This thing, off-screen terrain pre-caching. I don't know any reason to not have that on Ultra unless you like never move your camera and you're... That's probably going to help. All right, so we're at 1,500 glide slope. Our approach mode is armed over here. And are we intercepting the localizer yet? What's happening? Approach mode, 1,500. This is not tuned into the right one, so that's why we're not seeing it on this one. 108.9, I can just put it on both. All right, we're just waiting for the glide slope to come down. All right, so I mean, it seems to be working decently. It says approach is coupled, so that's good. Haven't really seen that. Message and waypoint. What do we have here? Arrival waypoint Torby. Torby is, oh, 1,200. Whoops. I'm doing great so far today. Well, what? 1,500. The glide slope is below us because I missed the 1,200 at Torby. I shouldn't have switched. I should have just let it grab the glide slope. So trying to catch up to the glide slope now. All right, almost on the glide slope, a little bit below us. All right, approach mode. Wrong button, there we go. And it flew past the glide slope. Okay. Let's try that a third time. Nav mode is on, glide slope approach. Approach mode is set. Whoops, yeah. Okay, now it's capture the glide slope. All right, that was kind of weird. I'm not sure why it didn't capture the glide slope the second time. Maybe I was intercepting it too quickly. That could be it. Man, the wind and whatever's going on right now is kind of nuts. Shaking all over the place. All right, we're about to hit 200 AGL. Alright, wow, this is a shaky final. Maybe I'm also getting used to like being in the CRJ a little bit, and I was flying the Airbus last night, so those things barely budge from a gust, so now back in a small plane, I'm like, whoa. Wind does a lot more in this plane. Alright, so I don't know, I think overall it worked pretty well. I'm not sure what happened with the glide slope, but we'll have to see how it does on the next flight. All right, I'm kind of excited to use FSHud again now that it's working. Now that my license is legitimate. All right, let's shut it down. Here. All right, good enough. I'm actually going to go back to the main menu just to reload the sim now that I changed that terrain caching thing. All right, let's go here. Oh, it logged me out of OnAir company because I was inactive for an hour. All right, get that started back up. FSHud, I have it linked in the description, but it's, I don't know that I put it on the website, but it's in the video description for FSHud and FSLTL. They're both payware, or sorry, FSHud is payware. FSLTL is free. That's the one that injects the live traffic. And it has a whole livery pack, which is pretty cool. But they actually work together. Like, I'll use FSHud in a minute, but yeah, FSHud's an ATC replacement, but it also manages the AI traffic in the sim. So it does all the moving and the flying and all that, which normally Asobo does that, but the Asobo built-in one will do like weird things where you know, they'll like never push back from a gate, or you'll never see things taxiing, or they'll taxi in weird ways. It's basically an improvement on that as well. And for this one, I actually just picked up a Grand Caravan for my personal company, and I'm going to use that with for VA jobs. So I just have like my own plane here for now. So I can take up to 8 passengers, and sweet, it's at Teterboro. So I just ferried it to Teterboro, so it just got there like 15 minutes ago. But I need to go to the VA window to find the job, because I can do a VA job with a personal plane, but not vice versa. You can actually set that rule so you can like restrict people from using a company plane to do a non-company job, a non-VA job. So we turn that on, mainly so people realize that they're not using a VA plane. All right, and oh, actually, because it's a personal plane, it's not listed here, but we have other Grand Caravans that are at Teterboro, so I can just click on one of these. And then just use my plane with it. So I'll just get ready on the plane page for mine. Hey again, Jimmy, what's up? Man, have I done 2 streams in a row before? This is an eventful weekend, doing 2 in a row. I just feel like after all that went wrong yesterday on the stream with the FSHud and then with the CRJ at the end of the night, I'm like, I want to do FSHud now that I can use it again, and then I want to fly something that's not the CRJ, so hopefully it doesn't crash on final again, because that was unfortunate. All right, so we have, this is set up, for the Grand Caravan. Could go up to Maine. I don't want to do a 600 nautical mile trip, so let's limit this to 200. Even that can be pretty long, but it'll give us a good, the further I fly, the more we'll put the ATC to the test again. Just because we're more likely to get a, like an arrival or departure procedure. All right, that's a 2-leg flight. Man, these, it earns such a small amount of money. Let me turn minimum airport size to 1. Maybe I want some procedures. Like I want some like approach procedures. So if I have too small of an airport, we won't get those. Yeah, I had a crash on final. It was because of the CRJ though, and it did happen once before. And when it happened is when I basically messed up the approach. I needed to circle around to lose more altitude. And as part of that, I reloaded the approach into the FMS, and then I used the direct to button. And as soon as I hit direct to and clicked on a waypoint to have it guide me directly to that waypoint on the approach, it just crashed. So it did that once before, and if my brain was at 100% capacity or maybe 200% of its abilities, maybe I would have remembered that from like weeks ago. I did not remember that, and I just intuitively habitually just went and clicked the button. So I'm like, okay, did this, direct to, click. And I was like, oh no, as soon as I did it, I regretted my actions. Maybe I should consider taking like a 2-leg mission too. This one's going to the whole other side of the island here. Size 1, and Brookhaven, we've been to Brookhaven before. 2,500 for cargo. We go east to Brookhaven. I think might be an ILS or something there. Wish I could easily just pull up what approaches were available there without having to switch to anything else. Like, I guess I should just go to trusty old Sky Vector. Brookhaven is K, can't even read it. KHWV. So yeah, there's an ILS for runway 06, and then RNAVs all around, and then there's an RNAV GPS A, which that's a circle to land procedure, I think. Yep, circling approach. So there are a bunch there. All right, let me load back in here at Teterboro. See a bunch of you guys here. Well, Delta Tango's down here. Who else is over here? People with no name are over here and over here. And yeah, I have the blank livery, but I configured it to use the couch captain's one for now, so this should work. All right, live. No A320 today. I did fly at I did a couple flights with it yesterday. I mean, maybe we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes with the Analog Caravan. The A320 it's pretty awesome. I have the Phoenix one. I impulsively picked it up when it came out, even though I don't really fly. And I was like, oh, I gotta try this out. I flew like once or twice and Yeah, not since then. I didn't put in really a lot of time to learn it, but I spent some time, yeah. I watched like a 3-hour video by one of you guys recommended V1, and I watched his stream on it like back over the summer when he got the pre-release. And I guess he's an Airbus pilot in real life, I think. And he was going through all the procedures. So it was really cool. It was an awesome stream. Hope it comes to the Xbox. Yeah, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, it's showing this again. This just annoys me. Not because there's an error, but because it's making me run yet another program in the background when I already have like a billion things running. It's just so frustrating. Let me turn on, I'm going to turn on the avionics and then configure Navigraph really quickly because it looks like it forgot my Navigraph settings. So let me hide this really quickly just to make sure it doesn't show any secret codes or anything. System, setup, charts, connect Navigraph. Yep, gives me a QR code just in case I'm not faster than everyone else. I mean, the QR code doesn't even do it. I mean, I guess you could link your Navigraph account to my plane, but nothing really is gonna... There's nothing nefarious you could even do, so... Alright, that's connected. Back. Okay, there we go, we're good. Alright, so now I can go to charts. Let's test that out. Charts. Teterboro. I don't even know if I'll use it on this display. I'll probably still use the toolbar version, but I just want to set it up just because. All right, there we go. Then we could go full and just click and zoom in like this. All right, cool. All right, let me go back now. Let me turn the battery off so I don't drain the battery. And let's go back to OnAir. All right, so yeah, I think this will be cool. We could go east just all along the island. I haven't been this far east on Long Island. I assume this is still part of Long Island over here. I guess I can figure that out just by going to the airport info page. But yeah, this one looks pretty good. We'll earn 8,000 bucks. All right, grabbed that, and then I'll just click these to see if there are any more people going out there. There are 8 more people going out there. All right, let's see how much room we have left after we do this. So we'll still have 1,000 pounds available. Mattering how much we fuel it, maybe around 1,000 pounds. 8 passengers is gonna be more than 1,000 pounds. It's gonna be like 1,500 pounds. The broken glass icon. Oh, I didn't even look for that, but that means fragile cargo. So if you land too, it just raises the requirements for like comfort, bank angle, like G-forces, landing rate, things like that. So if you land too harshly or bank too hard or have excessive G's in flight, it can damage the cargo, or it's more likely to damage the cargo. Okay, so I think, let me click the other one here. Maybe Montauk is the tip of Long Island. Okay, cool. We might be able to take this one as well. 767 more pounds of cargo for an additional 1,700 bucks. Let's do that. And then we'll go to Brookhaven first. I've been there before. So, okay. And we have an additional 300 pounds of fuel we can take. So we'll see. I might have to drop some of the cargo, but I'll try it out first. All right, sim brief. Let's go. Home sweet home, Teterboro to Kilo Hotel Whiskey Victor in the Grand Caravan, 208 C208. There we go. Hey Aaron, what's up? Anybody try the Mustang? The Cessna? I haven't tried it myself, but Skytation was in here chatting about it last week, and I watched his stream of his, and he was flying it around. He was saying it was pretty awesome. It's, as far as I know, it's the first jet It's a light jet that has the G1000 and XI in it, which is really cool. I haven't tried it out myself though. I'm kind of waiting for it to be in the marketplace because I want to get as many things in the marketplace as I can from now on. Just so I don't have to deal with installers and zip files and all that. But for now, I'm just going to play around with the Grand Caravan, the analog one. And I want to fly the 310 more as well. I had a really good time flying the 310. All right, let's check passengers and weight. 3298, so 3298 pounds to tons. 1.6, so we'll say 1.7 tons for freight. Passengers are on auto, no extra fuel. Actually, passengers should be 0. 30 minutes of reserve fuel, and that's right, generate flight. Oh, you love that has the NXI? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. I'm a little tempted. I'll be even more tempted when it's in the marketplace. All right, cool. We have a pretty direct route. Sometimes when you go this direction, it the route goes north around this way, like in a big arc to the north. But this one looks like it's having us go over LaGuardia first and then to the east here. That's our top of descent. And then let's look at the METAR here. Winds are 210 at 8 knots, 10 miles of visibility, clear, 16 degrees Celsius, 3008 on the altimeter. All right, so weather's good there, and we have winds that are 210 at 8, so we'll see what that gives us for an approach. All right, so LGA, so LaGuardia VOR to Victor 433 to Dunbow, then direct CCC, direct to Triple Charlie. And for fuel, it's saying 655. So we only need a little more fuel. Awesome. We'll still have a few hundred pounds additional here. So import, I'm going to import the SimBrief data to the XML file. So that's set perfectly for us. 668 pounds, 309 extra. So, and we have everything checked over here on the left. Brookhaven and Kennedy is our alternate. So I'll hit validate, start loading that stuff up. All right. Wind component, we're going to have tailwinds, average of 14 knots. It's a little colder than normal, so that's good for engine performance, right? -3. Average fuel flow 405. And then down here we have the full route. Paste this into chat. And then I'll program that in a second. I'm going to get Sim Toolkit loaded up so we can have the little stats at the bottom. So much stuff to set up. Try to automate more of this if I can. All right, fly now and connect to the sim. More and more things connected to the sim, of course. All right, there we go. Whoops, looks like I need to fix the CSS. Oh no. Can't have it wrapping the name of the what's it called? The destination. All right, there, I fixed it. Let me reload it. There we go. Fixed. Saved. Can't have that. All right. A little more than a minute to finish loading the cargo. So let's get... I can't turn the battery on yet, right? They're going to yell at me if I have anything but the strobe light. No, I should be able to do the battery. I just don't want to run it down. So I should probably look at the battery over here. All right, music's getting cheesy. Let's get rid of that. All right, flight plan, Teterboro to Brookhaven. KTEB. And then Kilo Hotel, Whiskey Victor, Brookhaven. Good. En route, we're going direct LaGuardia, Lima Golf Alpha. Then from here, we're going to... Wait, I can't load an airway? What? Wait, is it joking? Oh, now I can load an airway suddenly. Okay, weird. Whoops, and I accidentally clicked the wrong one. All right, Victor 433. That was weird. There was just like a long... Whoa, what the... What's going on? There's some weird like lag happening where it's changing before I'm clicking. All right, Victor 433. Exit at Dunbow. Where are you, Dunbow? It's also like jumping around when I let go of my mouse, which is a little annoying. All right, load that. All right, there we go. 433 to Dunbow. And let's actually see if the passengers are done loading so I can get the engine started. Cool, we'll do real time, fly now. I don't want to run down the battery. All right, prop full forward. Let's go up here and turn on the fuel. Battery is on, starter, fuel pump boost and starter on. Oh no, wait, what's it saying about the Grand Caravan? I have the analog Grand Caravan, what are you talking about? It says that I have the Grand Caravan EX loaded, but I don't. Clearly I don't have the EX loaded, this is the analog. Oh no, there's always something. So it says sim, I think someone in Discord ran into this. It says in the sim I'm using the Grand Caravan EX, but I am not. I'm using the Analog Caravan. So it wants me... I know why it is. It's because the livery is using a stock Grand Caravan livery. That's what's happening. So what I could do is unload this plane and use one of the company... non-analog caravans, but aren't the weights going to be all messed up then? This is frustrating. So let's see. I have... This is my personal Grand Caravan. All right. I think I need to abort the flight. Oh, this is so annoying. All right, abort the flight, go to the VA, and use the VA plane instead. Actually, I'm already at the VA, so... Or I already accepted the job, so I just need to unload the cargo and load it in the plane that I'm not flying, which is very intuitive. Yeah, I could change the livery if I don't want the couch captain. 2 versions of the Caravan. Yeah, it's the livery that's confusing it. Drop the livery? Oh, but look at him. Look at his face. No, he's going to be too sad if we drop the livery, I think. I don't know, I feel bad. I can just unload this. It'll take like 1 minute. Oh no, 3 minutes. Oh, while it's doing that, now I can just go back and we'll just grab the other Grand Caravan that's here at Teterboro. Uh-oh, is there one at Teterboro? No, there isn't one at Teterboro. Oh, wow. Of course, of course. This one's in Canada. This one's at Sullivan County, wherever that is, and someone's flying the last one. Oh, no. You want to see the analog? No, I'm going to fly the analog. It just thinks that it's not an analog, even though this is the analog. It thinks it's not because this livery is basically for the non-analog, but I'm using it for the analog. So, yeah, I'm going to stay in the analog. All right, so I do think I have to drop the livery. Unfortunately, that's a bummer, and we're gonna have to reprogram that. All right, and I unloaded it, so I'm gonna have to reload it. But yeah, that's fine. All right, no big deal. It's just 2 minutes. Won't get to show off the livery today. All right, let's go to one of the default liveries. Green, blue, red. Let's go red. Teterboro ramp. We're here. All right, fly again. We're at 3. It's 6 p.m. on the East Coast, so I might need to pull it back an hour or two. Make sure we have daylight going. Yeah, I think the livery is pretty good. You can't go wrong with black and gold and some little artwork and a slight carbon fiber pattern on it. It didn't take that much work. It was mostly learning Blender a little bit. But I want to make some more. I have another piece of artwork that was made for an emote for the Discord where it's someone's wrist with the V speeds written on them, so as a tattoo. I guess it could be a pen, but whatever. It just says like, you know, VY equals this, VR equals this. So I could put that on the side of the plane too. Could be pretty fun. Okay, so now we're back in the back in the default livery. Let's go back here. We're good with this screen. All we need is the regular one. All right, 0.5 minutes, so less than 30 seconds, and then we'll reload it again. But it's already fueled up, so we don't have to wait for the fuel again. We just need our people to work faster and load this, 2,500 pounds of stuff on. Make sure the plane's at Teterboro. Yeah, the one I have right now is a personal plane, so it's at Teterboro. The company Grand Caravans are elsewhere. I actually think it's probably a good idea for me to fly, like rent one personally when it's this cheap, just because, yeah, we need to make a lot more money with the VA. All right, reloading the cargo now. The fuel's already on, 3 more minutes to load it up. All right, let's get this started again. I'll leave the fuel for now. All right, let's do this flight plan again. I didn't even finish it, so it doesn't feel too bad. All right, Teterboro to Brookhaven. Hotel Whiskey Victor. Brookhaven. Good. Wait for that. There is a bunch of lag, like when using the 750, like it just seems to take a while for things to happen in it. So I think I just need to learn to be patient, especially like, so right now, so we're going to LaGuardia VOR first. Like it takes like time. Maybe this is simulated. Maybe it does take that long. So now when I click this, okay, load airway is working this time. Previously, like this was grayed out and I was confused. Okay, LaGuardia, and it automatically opens this, so that's something I wasn't ready for. Victor 433, and then we're exiting at Dunbo. I also think in general it's better, and see, we're waiting for the exits to load right now, so you just have to be patient with this thing, I guess. And instead of clicking and dragging this, I'm going to try to get in the habit of using these up and down buttons down here. It's actually probably faster, just because it's loading, you know, going one page perfectly at a time. All right, there's Dunbo. Load. All right, now we got the airway. All right, next en route waypoint after Dunbo is just direct to Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Calverton VOR. Okay, that's there. And then direct Brookhaven after that. All right, so if I click on Brookhaven and go to waypoint info, we can check the weather. Again, winds 210 at 8. And visibility is good and sky is clear. So 210. So if we take a look at the procedures, we have an ILS on runway 6. Then we have RNAV on 15 and 33. So let's see, 21. So that gives us what, 15. So what's the best runway here? 21 is closer to 15, right? Than it is the rest. It's 60 degrees off. 210. This will be a 120 degrees off. So I think RNAV 15, at least for the winds, might be the best. So I'm just going to load it, but we're not going to activate anything yet. Oh, and the transition is triple C, so we're not activating the approach yet. Oh, that's interesting. So it automatically removed CCC from our en route waypoints when I added the approach. Okay, so then that means I can remove Brookhaven here, right? No, it destroyed the entire flight plan. Because I don't... Okay, yeah, I need to leave that in there. Whoops. All right, LaGuardia. I don't know, I have to redo most of that. All right, let's try again. 433 to Dunbow, which was right at the bottom. Okay, put it in a different order, I guess. Dunbow was the last one before. Now it's near the top or near the middle. Okay, weird. I can't add it. I can't add an arrival. Oh man, this is kind of a pain. I need to start over, I guess. All right, let's try this for the third time. Teterboro. Wait 20 seconds. Got really spoiled with the G1000. All right, again, Brookhaven. HWV. Brookhaven. I'm gonna add the procedure. I'll do a last still. All right, LaGuardia VOR. And then we're going to be on Victor 433. It's weird, like the scroll position is at the bottom by default. Not sure why that's happening. Dunbow. Load. All right, and then I'm not going to add the en route waypoint because it's going to be part of the procedure, as we saw last time. So RNAV 15, transition is CCC, load that. Yeah, I think what's weird about this is, so what I don't like about this is that I want CCC to be an en route waypoint, but I also want to be able to go to it if I, like the problem is once we pass LaGuardia VOR, or once we pass Dunbow, it's not going to go to CCC, it's going to go direct Brookhaven. And I want it to go from here to CCC, and then I want the approach to be on standby, which happens to go to CCC as well. So it's a little weird, kind of a weird limitation. All right, we just zoom out and make sure it's all in the right direction, which it is. All right, cool. We'll just find out. I'll actually tune into the ATIS for our arrival in advance. So flight plan. I haven't used this for a while. I'm a little lost in the UI. All right, Brookhaven, waypoint info, frequencies. ASOS 119625. So I'll put that down here. What? What's going on? I can't use the radio. I can't use this one either. What? What? Oh man, why is everything so broken? Whoa, I can't use... What the... That is also interesting. Alright, I guess we're not using COM2 and NAV2 today. Weird. Alright, prop full forward. I guess we'll just live with it. Fuel tanks on. Strobe on. Nav... beacon on. And let's get this started. And then I'm just going to offset it by... Let's do 2 hours for now. All right, introduce fuel, low idle. Torque's going up. As long as it doesn't go past the red line way over here, we're good. Okay, stabilizing. Wait for the NGs to get over 52, I think. There we go. Fuel boost normal. Actually, we do fuel boost off on this. Starter off. Avionics 2 on, nav on. There we go. Does FSHud control your radios? I turned it off. But that could be why that's happening. Yeah, I turned off, there's an option that says auto comm channel change, but that doesn't really explain the nav radio not working, I don't think, so I'm a little confused. I have that off since we're in the Grand Caravan. I should be taking care of that stuff. In a bigger plane, I would have the co-pilot options turned on. All right, what do we have here? Generator off. Generator off. Whoa. All right, generator's on now. That was weird. Let's test the standby alternator. Trip the generator. Alternator goes on. Generator reset. Generator's back on. All right, cool. Prop is full forward. And we're in the default livery. So, and let me double check here that this, oh, come on. What is happening this weekend? It thinks I'm in the Grand Caravan EX again. I don't get it. It even shows that I'm running. It says add-on Black Square 208B Grand Caravan. So I'm so confused. Did I rent the wrong plane? I don't think so. Do 208B Grand Caravan, so non-EX version. This is it right here. Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. This is the one I'm using. Dude, what is going on today? You know, I was really hoping that I was going to make up for yesterday's stream where I wouldn't run into many problems, as many as I ran into yesterday, and now it's happening again. Okay, so the problem wasn't the livery, I guess, but now the... I don't get it. Did they change the model matching? Oh, man. Okay, so... this is frustrating. How do I fix this? I'm not using the livery anymore. I'm using a stock livery. And if I hit fix, it's going to replace it with a G1000 Grand Caravan, an OnAir company. It makes no sense. Why is this happening? I don't know who changed what. Either OnAir company changed it, so this is no longer the... I mean, maybe they changed it so now you don't use the Cessna 208. What if somebody purchased one in OnAir company for like $1 million or however much they cost, and now they can't use it because they changed it? I'm super confused. All right, so, well, I don't have a 208 Grand Caravan that I can use, an EX model, so I have to find one, but then I'm gonna have to ferry it here. This is just all sorts of horrible. Let's go aircraft market. I don't understand. It's like really, really trying to get me to not fly the Analog Caravan. Doesn't want me to use it. And I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to find one that's like next door. We'll see what's available. The closest one is 41 miles away. It's not able to be rented. I'd actually lease it, I guess. Full first class seating. Let's see how long it's going to take to ferry this plane to Teterboro. Okay, here's another one. Manage and ferry to Teterboro. Let's see how much real time this is going to take. Total travel duration 0.8 hours. So it's going to take like 40 something minutes. Oh man. I don't know what to do. I mean, I could fly the CRJ. I could not fly the Analog Caravan, which is what I wanted to do. That's also frustrating. It's a disaster. Well, I might as well start the ferry just in case this takes 40 minutes to figure out what to do. Hopefully it doesn't. Start ferry. All right. OnAir company, why did you change this? You're ruining my life. So here it's telling me that I'm using the Grand Caravan EX when I am not using the Grand Caravan EX. Is it because I changed the custom livery file? God, I would hope that isn't the reason. I'm going to try that one more thing, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll probably just have to fly. Probably just have to fly the CRJ again and hope that it doesn't crash me. I'm going to try removing the custom livery completely, which is something that came with the Grand Caravan. Yeah, revert the edit. I'm just going to remove the custom livery, but I'm not using that livery. So that's what doesn't make sense is it's not. Wait, what is, hold on, what's going on here? That is so weird. So in the, this might be an Analog Caravan problem. So I'm looking in the files for the Analog Caravan, and it's showing it's showing 2 airplanes in their folder. One of them's the Asobo Grand Caravan for some sounds that it uses. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm restarting the sim right now. We'll just try this, and if this doesn't work, then I'll give in and fly the CRJ more, I guess. Yeah, I could fly with the NXI. I just really wanted to try the new Analog Caravan updates that came out and the new updates with the GTN 750. That was my goal. What I should start doing, the pattern seems to be whatever my goal is, I will not be able to do what I want to do. So I'm going to start saying that I'm going to like fly the 787. And then because I said it, everything else besides that will work. And then I'll do what I actually wanted to do. Check in OnAir which add-on is supported. So it actually showed that it said that the add-on was using the Black Square Grand Caravan. That's the weird thing. Like over here, or it's probably off the screen now, but yeah, right here. See, it says in the sim, what it's detecting that I'm flying in the sim is the stock Grand Caravan, the Asobo one. And it says you need to instead have the C208 Grand Caravan, the non-EX version, loaded in the sim. Which, you know, obviously I don't have I have the analog clearly loaded in the sim. And yeah, it's recognizing that the add-on associated with that is the Black Square Grand Caravan. Anyway, hopefully it was just because of the livery. In which case, that means that I will never be able to use a custom livery with the Analog Caravan, I guess. That might be what that means, which is also crappy, so. Ah, man. All right, here's the Analog Caravan. I took out the custom livery that it came with that I had modified slightly. Let's go with the magical blue one now. I'm sure this one will work. All right, similar parking spot. Pull the time of day back a little bit and hit fly. Let's try this again. Hey, but at least FSHud is loaded, right? That's good. Hey, Summer, what's up? Good to see you again. So far, we're off to another rough start today. Okay, let's see what it says now. Somebody broke something, man. It might have been me. It doesn't look like it was me. Unless it refreshes. Nope, still broken. Okay, hey, OnAir company, you broke the Grand Caravan analog. Or, hey, Black Square, you guys broke the ability to use your plane in OnAir company. Bummer. Why does it show 2 planes active? They're being used by the people in the virtual airline. So these are all the ones that have a green background are virtual airline planes. So somebody's flying one of the regular Grand Caravans, and this is my personal one for supposedly the Analog Grand Caravan, but unfortunately, I don't know who's at fault here. It's either Black Square or it's OnAir Company, but for some reason, OnAir Company thinks that this is the Asobo Grand Caravan when it is not. It's really weird. Maybe if I hit the swap, is this going to actually work immediately? Would you like to swap your Grand Caravan to a Grand Caravan EX? I clicked yes. They will be swapped. You will receive 3,000 credits. Okay. Now it's all frozen. Oh, it did do a swap instantly. Okay. That's good, and it's at Teterboro. All right, so we're now 2 Sierra Echo. Or is that 2-5 Echo? So the swap button worked. Oh, no. No. Okay, I'll just take less cargo, I guess. I'll give up one of these jobs. But this is the problem, is the Analog Caravan and the way its seat configuration is and how it's configured in OnAir Company has different payload, different allowed payload, like its maximum payload is different than the Asobo Grand Caravan because they're 2 different planes. But now it's showing that I'm overweight by 121 pounds when before I was underweight by 200 and something pounds. So there's like 300 something pound difference in what you can carry in the model that it thinks I'm in, which is not what I'm flying. But anyway, okay, cool. We won't have to wait 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and cancel our, I'm just going to remove the additional job that I took. So over here, I have this job and this job. This job was for 700 additional pounds. So I'm going to, I can't do it in this window. I have to do it in the other window. So I'm going to cancel that job, and then we'll have enough room for the cargo for the one job, which is a 2-leg job. Yikes. Oh, it's a lot of work. All right. KTEB. Good. So that's the one we're going to prepare. And over here, I'm loading up the other interface because you have to swap between 2 windows, which is a little annoying, but that's the way it is. Okay. Hey, you fall. Sorry, I didn't say hi earlier. How's it going? Okay, so pending jobs, and here I can abandon the 700-pound job. Find my little logo right there. 700 pounds. Abandon that one. All right, lost a tiny bit of reputation. All right, now we can refresh this. I'm gonna have to update the SimBrief plan as well. All right, we have 600 pounds additional. Roll it back 2 hours. Actually, we're taking less weight, so I don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna hit fly now. All right, let's get this thing going. Beacon is on. Fuel tanks are open. Avionics 1, battery. Prop full forward, mixture cut off. Throttle is idle. All right, great. Fuel boost to on. Starter to on. All right, I think we may be making progress here. Analog 1.1. Yeah, if I can even download that again. All right, waiting for 20-ish on our NG over here before we introduce fuel. I think it's 18 to 20. All right, stabilizing. All right, there's fuel. ITT spikes and comes back down. And then we want NG to go up to 52 in the green band. And then we'll turn the starter off and then put fuel boost off again. All right, starter off, fuel boost to off, nav light on, avionics 2 on. And I'm gonna put my flaps down. And, oh yeah, reset the generator. So they must have changed something with the startup process procedure because the generator I've never had to hit reset to get the generator to turn on, but I do now. All right, and then standby alternator. Let's trip the generator and test that. That works. And then reset back to generator. And then verify the battery is charging, which it is. All right, we'll leave that on generator. All right, sweet. All right, and over here, everything in the green, 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 and green. Fuel is up 550 something per tank. All right, standby 1200 there, and then I'm just gonna have this message forever, I guess, so that's fine. Don't scream and throw stuff out the window. I try not to, yeah. Little do you guys know, I have like a stress ball in each hand, and I'm just squeezing them furiously while I'm trying to sound calm. I don't know why utilities is flashing. Autopilot, what is this? Autopilot. This module may not work or partially work with some aircraft. Huh. Okay. Interesting. There's like a digital autopilot. How do I change the... I wonder how I change the units here. Clean screen. Screen cleaning mode. Actually, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it's black so you can see all the smudges. All right, that's funny. I don't think that was in there before, the last time I used it. All right, no departure, no arrival. All right, let's do this again. KTEB. Getting so good at this. Let me make sure my tracking is turned on. It's not yet. Okay, it's all green this time. Yes. Start tracking. Great. All right.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
What the? Sometimes when you're typing, the typing just goes away too. There are a bunch of bugs in this thing. It's kind of weird. All right, KHWV, right? Brookhaven. There we go. It's almost like it's just getting like to. It was very solid. Now it's just getting. I don't know. It feels slow. It feels really laggy compared to how it used to. All right, I know we're going to LaGuardia. I almost have this. I think I have this memorized at this point. I'm not even looking at the flight plan right now. So we just did it 3 times. All right, 433 to Dunbo. What am I using to show the aircraft stats? I'm using Sim Toolkit Pro. I think a bunch of streamers use it, so I decided to try it. I really don't like having yet another thing running in the background. Kind of my pet peeve, but I'm just giving in to try it out because I know you guys like to know, yeah, like how fast I'm going, how long it'll be till we're at our destination, but I have mixed feelings about it, I guess. Where did I have breakfast? I got a breakfast burrito from Starbucks. Because I'm lame and I go to Starbucks all the time. I got a breakfast burrito and like a cold tea. And I now refilled that cup with water. Okay, Dunbo, and then we go to CCC. I'm not going to put in the... Let's just not put in the approach yet. I'm just going to wait until they give us one. CCC to Calverton and then to Brookhaven. And then check the map and make sure this is all good. All right, looks good to me. All right, let's get the... I'm going to get FSHud going in the background. You guys won't be able to see it, unfortunately, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Putting in my SimBrief username. Importing my SimBrief flight plan. Actually, if you guys are doing a similar thing, you can just type in my SimBrief username. Just type in Kip on the ground and then pull in the same flight plan automatically. You don't even have to do it yourself. Okay, just looking at the route here. Yeah, LaGuardia, Victor 433, Dunbo, direct to CCC, and then direct to Brookhaven. So I'm hitting confirm. And now I'm hitting start flight over on FSHud. Oh, and I need to... I think I need... Oh, no, it's going. Okay. I'm actually... Yeah, I am going to restart FSLTL really quickly. I don't think I have to, but... just to be safe. Are you guys hearing Couch Captain liveries? It's beautiful. I thought I was maybe using liveries that I had installed for the random planes, but I think that's a couple of you guys. Maybe. I don't know, it's hard to tell. All right. Okay, FSHud is starting. All right, cool. So let us... I'll try to use this as much as I can because we do have the charts, which is cool. I just have to zoom all the way in, I guess. I don't know why it's showing me my departure airport or my arrival airport is the default when I haven't even left yet, but... All right, airport info. Let me save a shortcut to that camera position. All right, there we go. So I made Alt-1 now zooms in here. Super close. The liveries are awesome, couldn't resist. I want to improve the Grand Caravan one and put like the smoking, like you can smoke on here. The no smoking sign where it's like a no smoking sign, but with another no smoking thing around it. Because our corporate policy is our passengers can smoke up while they're flying. Okay, and let's just go fit or full, sorry. All right, so ATIS 13285. I wonder if this is gonna work. Okay, this works now. This must be because of FSHud, like it waits until I start it.
Peterborough ATIS information, hotel 2024, wind 270 degrees at 9 knots, visibility 10 statute miles. Sky condition, broken, 6,500 feet, temperature, 16, dew point 1, QNH 1019er, transition altitude, 18,000, transition level, flight level 190, landing
transition.
runway, 19er, 24, departure runway.
Alright, I gotta go into the settings. QNH? No. Alright, inches of mercury, there we go. Alright, fix that. Okay, I forgot one setting. Alright, let's try it again with inches of mercury.
Peterborough ATIS information, hotel 2024, wind 270 degrees at 9 knots, visibility 10 statute miles, sky condition, broken, 6,500 feet, temperature 16, dew point 1, altimeter 3009er, transition altitude 18,000, transition level, flight level 190, landing runway 1924, departure runway 1924, advise you have information, hotel.
All right, we have hotel.
Information.
Let's just turn off.
2024, wind 270 degrees at 9 knots.
Right.
Visibility 10 statute miles.
No.
Sky.
Okay, I think a limitation of FSHud is it only works on COM 1. So I'll just have to remember that, which is it's a little annoying. Well, it shows COM 1 and COM 2, but here when I like I shouldn't be hearing this right now at all. This is COM 2 and I'm not monitoring COM 2, so
information, hotel 2024, wind 270 degrees at 9 knots.
I don't know why it's doing that. And also I got to go in and disable our sound here for text to speech. I'll just go off, so no ATC. All right, and then CDI, let's change the CDI over to GPS right there. LaGuardia. Okay, so departing and arrival runways, departing runways 19 and 24. So we'll see which one they give us. All right, I'm going to risk something here. Maybe this is a horrible idea, but I'm going to click a button that moves us to the parking spot that it thinks we're at. So we're going to teleport. Okay, that worked. All right, cool. I mean, apparently somebody else is in this parking spot. Sorry, but, you know, we had to do what we had to do. So this is so FSHud... So we're at the location FSHud thinks we are at for parking. So this is apparently parking number, spot number 89. All right, so that's good. So we have hotel 3009 for the altimeter. So I'm just going to press B to set that anyway. Yep, that looks like it's 3009 there. And then I can confirm over here. Barrow, click and hold. 3009. All right, we're good. So let's get our IFR clearance now. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to try to do it the realistic way. We'll go back to our charts. 128.05 on COM 1. So 2805. 05, transfer. And now I'm going to request our clearance. So we're going to write all this down. Craft style.
Clearance, November 017 Sierra
That's
Bravo,
us.
parking 89er. Request clearance to
We have a good
Brookhaven
voice.
with information, hotel.
Yes, we have hotel.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, cleared to Brookhaven, runway 19er. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 3000, squawk 3751. Cleared
They-
to Brookhaven.
yeah, they didn't give us a departure
19er.
frequency.
Fly runway heading.
Runway
climb and
heading up to
maintain
3,000 feet,
3000,
3751 on the squawk.
3751. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
3751
November
altitude
017
reporting.
Sierra Bravo, redback correct. When ready,
Redback.
contact Teterboro ground 121.9er.
All right, our
When
red.
ready, contact Teterboro
red
ground
back is correct.
121.9er. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, 1219er in standby, so that's for ground. And it is cool that it shows the name of the frequency we're tuned into here, which is great. All right, cool. 3751, we're squawking. They didn't give us a departure frequency, so that's, I don't know, I guess we're just on with them once we depart. Climb and maintain 3000, so let's set up 3000 over here. Good, and then let's see, can I turn, no, I can't turn heading mode on in advanced. So we'll see how that goes. I show up as a FedEx freight caravan. Oh, sweet. That's an improvement on this. I mean, this livery isn't bad. It's just like a classic, you know, like a generic pilot livery. Not anything cool like FedEx, so that's awesome. Glad to hear it. All right, and then, so we're going to fly runway heading. So our runway heading right here on the airport diagram is 195. So I'm just going to put in 195 over here. 195 is right here. Halfway between, oh wait, that's 20, sorry, this is 195, right? 18, 19, 195. All right, that's set. So once we take off, we can just keep the heading bug straight. Climb, maintain 3000, 3751 in the box, got that. Runway 19er. All right, so we're gonna contact, just gonna swap this now and contact ground. We have to do a weird thing. The one weird thing is with FSHud is in terms of GA flights and, you know, small plane flights is you have to request pushback and startup. So we're going to do that. Sounds kind of funny, but...
017 Sierra Bravo, parking 89er. Request pushback and startup.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, pushback and startup approved.
Heck yeah.
Pushback and startup approved. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, thanks for that. So now we can request taxi.
Ground, November 017 Sierra Bravo, request taxi.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, taxi to holding point, runway 19er, via Quebec Charlie, Papa Lima, hold short of runway 2406.
Taxi to holding point, runway 19er, via Quebec Charlie, Papa Lima, hold short of runway 2406. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, so we're over here. They told us to go to Quebec right here, then Charlie, and then Papa, which is over here, and then Lima, which is over here, to holding short point over here for 19. So that's totally accurate. But at the end, they also said hold short runway 2406. So that means here at intersection Charlie, before we cross this runway, we need to contact them again for permission. So we're going to go Quebec to Charlie, hold short 6. And then after that, we'll continue Charlie over here, Papa, and then Lima over to 19. So that's all accurate, which is awesome. That is one thing that this does better than everything else so far is FSHud knows its taxi stuff. All right, taxi light on, parking brake is off. And let's turn and go directly through this plane, I guess. No, we'll just go around this guy. All right, and down here, I don't know, you guys can probably barely make this out, but you can see the little tiny yellow plane right there, and I'm just keeping my eye on that. Can zoom in just a little more there. All right, and before takeoff checklist, I'm just looking through this on my iPad. Flight controls free and correct, check flight instruments. Those are working. working. Rudder's working. Nose wheel steering is obviously working. Standby altimeter. We did set our altimeter, all of them, by pressing B. Fuel boost switch to normal, so it's on. It was on off, so I turned it to normal. Fuel tank are both on. That's obviously the case. Fuel quantity, check. I did that already. It was over 550 in each tank. Fuel shutoff knob, fully in. Elevator aileron and rudder trim controls. So that is in the takeoff position, in the neutral position. All right, we're going to turn right here onto Quebec. Take this up to Charlie. Turn left on Charlie. And then we're going to hold short for runway 2406, I think, clear us to go to cross that runway. All right, we have FSHud. It feels so much better than Microsoft Flight Sim ATC. Even if there are quirks, I think I'm going to use this pretty much all the time. Okay, power lever, 400 bus volts. We checked the voltage already. All right, that is Golf right there we're passing, so we have one more, I think. Yeah, Charlie's the next intersection on the left. There is Golf, 624 Golf. This is saying aux fuel pump on. I think that's just warning us because it's... I mean, it should be on for takeoff. Maybe I just have it on early. I'll just turn it off for now. I just need to remember to turn that on for takeoff. Prop RPM should be max. That's right. And I already checked all the... I checked generator, alternator. I did already trip and test the standby alternator. That's all good. Just reading through a checklist separately here on my iPad. I'm using the 4-flight one, which is generally more thorough than we need for the sim, and it talks about equipment that we don't have, so it can be a little lengthy. Yes, standby alt power switch or alternator power switch is on. Ice production as required. It says pitot static heat switch is needed when outside air temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius and invisible moisture. So if we're not flying through any visible moisture and it's not below 5, then we don't need it on at all. So I think I've been generally turning it on below 10 no matter what, but we don't need to do that unless anything's visible. Inertial separator, it says, to normal or bypass as conditions.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, contact Teterboro Tower 119.5.
All right.
Contact Teterboro Tower 119.5. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, 119.5, so I'm going to switch over to that. We're going to... Whoops. Cancel. All right, we're holding short here. Transfer to the tower. I'm going to contact them. Need their permission to cross the runway.
017 Sierra Bravo. Request cross runway 2406.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
So this guy's
cross
dive bombing
runway
over here.
2406.
He interfused.
Contact ground 121.9er.
All right, when vacated, contact ground.
2406.
All right, landing lights on. Let's cross the runway.
121.9. November 017
Nobody, no, I don't see
Sierra
anybody
Bravo.
coming in. All right, lights are on. Crossing. And then once we're across, we're going to turn right onto Papa. Yep, here it says Papa on the taxiway diagram, so we're good there. And then we're going to contact ground to continue the taxi. All right, landing light is off. Swap the frequency back over and contact Teterboro ground.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Runway vacated with Charlie.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Continue taxi.
You guys are staying on the runway because I'm not giving you any room. Sorry.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, continue via Charlie. So that was the end of Charlie right there. Now we're turning on to Papa. All right, we can see that down here. We're going to cross hotel. And then once we make this slight left turn up here, we'll be on Lima. So yeah, it says Papa, so we're on the right taxiway. Confirmed. And speaking of the pitot heat, let's see what the outside air temperature is up here. 16 degrees. And we're climbing to 3,000 once we once we take off. 3,000 and runway heading. All right, nav source on GPS, yes. Flaps handle set for takeoff, I already did that. Fuel condition, high idle. We'll do that when we're at the hold short point. All right, so I just need to remember to turn the aux fuel pump on. Actually, let me see what my switch does. Does my switch turn it to boost? My switch turns it all the way up to boost instead of norm. Yeah, it does 2 flicks on that switch when I do it, so. Yeah. I have the PMS 50 GTN 750. PMS 50 GTN 750. Yeah, not the, what's the other one called? The 750 NI or NX or something? TDI or something? I don't know. I have the PMS one. All right, there's Lima. And then the hold short point is this next turn right here. And then there we're gonna switch back over to tower again, which is 121.9. What's up, dudes? We got a fleet going. What are you guys in? Are those both 310s? Is this a, this looks like a King Air maybe? Are those both King Airs? Oh, I think those both might be King Airs. All right. Here's our hold short
November
bar.
017 Sierra Bravo. Contact Peterborough Tower 119.5.
Contact Peterborough
All right,
Tower,
parking brake on,
119.5,
high idle,
November 017
fuel pump to
Sierra
normal,
Bravo.
flaps are checked, and switch over to tower 121.9. Oh, it's already there. 121.9, ready for departure.
Peterborough Tower, November
Oops, there's
017
119.5.
Sierra Bravo, runway 19, ready for departure.
Ready for departure.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Line up. Runway.
All right, landing light on, strobe light on, taxi light
Line
off.
up, runway 19,
Heater heat staying
November
off.
017 Sierra Bravo.
The fuel pump warning went away when I switched to high idle. Maybe that's a condition of it going away. Or maybe when it detects that we're totally stopped. All right, let me make room for...
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Wind 270
Make room for people
degrees
here.
at 9 knots. Runway 19 cleared for takeoff.
All right, 19 clear for takeoff. 270.
November 017
So
Sierra
did they give
Bravo.
us 9 knots at 270? So that wind's coming from our right side, 9 knot crosswind for takeoff, which is wonderful. Good runway choice today. Just wait for I'll wait for Delta to hop on the runway. All right, so we got a King Air, and I can't. What's Delta? And I can't tell. Might be something generic. Oh yeah, he's in the Grand Caravan. That's so weird. When he gets a certain distance away, it just disappears. I don't know why that happened. It changed the whole liver. Like it changed the whole plane. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, let's take off before we get yelled at. Switch back to the map over here. All right, and I'm just watching the torque. Parking brakes off. LOD on my paint. Oh, is that something I can fix? All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pulling hard right. We have a crosswind from the right. All right, takeoff power is good. We're already at liftoff. Oh my God, what's going on with the winds?
Airborne time logged.
I hate when you need a ton of rudder to stay on the runway, but then you have to like slowly release the rudder as soon as you get up. Yeah, we have like a 9 knot crosswind from the right here. Oh, I need to apply the level of detail to multiple models. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. All right, and pulling the RPMs back a little bit. All right, we're supposed to just fly runway heading, which is a little bit to the left. All right, we're at 800 feet. I said to climb to 3,000 feet. Finally putting my flaps up. A little late there. I think I can put them up as long as I'm over 100 knots, 100, 110 knots. I think it's 100 knots. And probably above 400 feet or something like that. To recheck that one. All right, 1,200 feet, still climbing on runway heading. Yeah, FSHud is what I tried to use yesterday. So their support hasn't replied to me yet, but I was able to fix it by signing out on the FSHud site, which it wasn't very intuitive, but then I was able to reactivate it after I signed out.
Contact
New
New York
weird.
departure 119.2 November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, vertical speed mode is on, so we have to contact New York departure 1192. 1192 transfer.
New York departure November 017 Sierra Bravo at 2,100 climbing 3,000.
November
And I need to
017
arm this,
Sierra
so we
Bravo.
level off
Radar
at 3,000.
contact. Proceed direct Lima Golf Alpha. Continue climb 5,000. Altimeter 3009er.
Nice.
Proceed direct Lima Golf Alpha. Continue
All right,
climb
direct
5,000.
Lima Golf Alpha, so
November
Alpha.
017
So we
Sierra
switch to
Bravo.
nav mode, but we're gonna have to turn
New York
around
departure,
here to
Delta
the left to
525,
get towards that
departure at
course. So
3,100.
turn all the way around to the right.
Radar contact. Continue climb 7,400. Altimeter
And
3009er.
3009 for the altimeter. That's what it was before, so we're good there.
Delta 525.
All right, to see New York City. Sweet. We're gonna fly right by it. Beautiful. There are a few people in multiplayer flying around the city. Just take a look here. Okay, we're on our way to intercept. Let's just fly along the water real quick. Because I want to.
Delta 525. Climb and maintain.
You know, they cleared us direct, so we should actually just fly. You know, we should do what they said. Let's go direct.
17,000.
Flight
Contact
plan
Washington.
right
Center
here, LaGuardia,
124.772.
direct to,
Delta
enter,
525.
and nav mode is on, so we're just going to turn direct LaGuardia. Yeah, they didn't say to resumo nav, they said direct LaGuardia. Resumo nav, I guess I could go up and then go to the original leg from Teterboro to LaGuardia. I assume that would be okay. Anyway, they also have us continue our climb to 5,000. So we didn't have to level off at 3,000 and then get 5,000. They gave it to us early, so we could just continue the climb. Beautiful. I do have a couple add-ons for New York that I got when we made this our headquarters. I got like the bridge add-on. Let's turn on the heat here. It's very cold. It's 48 degrees in the cabin, so this little blue light came on. This is something they put in the new, in the Analog King Air as well. Oh, you guys must be flying the Analog King Air back there, huh? Oh, we got a bunch of traffic under us too. Okay, these are multiplayer traffic, but still cool. This guy looks like he's in the 310 maybe. Radish? I don't know if Radish... I think Radish just took off with us. Kodiak Kai Dock? That's not a Kodiak, but there's just a ton of traffic around here. And I have FSLTL going as well. Alright, so let's see. Normal takeoff. Did that. Set for takeoff, rotate. Yes, done. Wings are retracted. Pitot-static heat on if there's visual moisture, which there isn't, and the temperature is -1. So if we get into any clouds, we'll need that. Inertial separator.
United 1261.
Prop RPM 16 to 19, and airspeed should be 110.
Continue climb 8,000.
We're actually leveling off. We're already leveled off, so.
Proceed Hotel Oscar.
That's a little too much on the torque.
8,000. United 1261.
And fuel flow is like on average 400, so... Yeah, we burned a lot of fuel, didn't we? Yeah, when we have 550 pounds, we're at 3? 300 on each. Alright, that's us.
Expect Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. RNAV, approach, runway 15. Report when ready for descent.
Oh, nice. Alright, so they gave us the... This was what I had pre-planned last time. So they gave us the RNAV 15 approach, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie transition. So let's set up for that.
Charlie,
Approach.
RNAV, approach, runway 15. Report when ready for descent. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Through Charlie, Charlie, Charlie transition. So they said to expect it. They did not say to do that yet. So we're not going to do that yet. Why are we going direct Dunbo? Wait, what? Did we just cross over LaGuardia? We must have. Alright, that was just a coincidence. Alright, cool. Thought it was changing us. Alright, so cross LaGuardia, we're going Dunbo now. And then to the east, we're going to go to Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Eventually. But they haven't cleared us to go direct Charlie, Charlie, right? They just said, expect Charlie, 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 RNAV approach. That phrase is a little weird. I would expect it to say, expect RNAV approach 15 with a Charlie, Charlie, Charlie transition. Instead of like, you know, expect RNAV 15 vectors to final. Expect RNAV 15 with Charlie, Charlie, Charlie transition. But yeah, it just says report when aircraft is ready for descent. Alright, so we're leveled at 5,000 still. So let's check out the chart for that. And do I really have to type it in? I wish it would just let me choose between the two airports in my flight plan. That would be nice. No, we don't need airport info. We need approaches. All right, RNAV for 15. All right, so we have...
United 1261. Climb and
I forgot I need to turn that down, don't I?
Contact Washington.
Oh, that is super loud, isn't it? Sorry.
472. Climb and maintain 17,000. Contact the Washington Center.
All right, sorry. That volume was super loud. I didn't notice it so much, and I looked at my meters, and it's super loud. Sorry about that. It luckily has a little tiny volume slider right on the interface, so it's easy to turn it down. All right, so this is an LPV approach. All right, this is a good test because now we have the working title flight planning system and avion, like the whole autopilot system in the 750 now. So we're able to put it to the test with an LPV approach. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to CCC, which is right here, Calverton VOR. And then it looks like we're going to have to do a reversal there to go to Lewin over here. That's... Huh. Why don't they just have us... Okay, yeah, they don't have us go to Lewin probably because it's more than a 90-degree turn. So we're going to Calverton first. Then we're going to have to do a reversal, go to Lewin, Jedab, and then down here, and then runway 15. Alright, so we have, yeah, we just have ASOS as 119625, so I'll just put that in here. Because we can't use COM2. Or at least with this plane we can't. I don't know if it's an FSHud issue, or if it's just a Grand Caravan issue, but final approach course is 149 degrees. And then down here, our minimums are going to be 391. That's our Barrow minimum. 322 feet above the ground. And then our missed approach procedure, 2,000 feet. And direct to Kuven. All right, cool. So, oh, I didn't look at our altitudes here. So back on the chart. So our altitude restrictions. So GDAB's all the way here. So we're going to cross over Calverton first, and then we'll descend to 2,000. It shows 2,000 here, here, and then after this, it'll be down to 1,400. So we could do that descent once we get closer to Calverton. So let's see how the VNav page works. And where is VNav? Is it on the flight plan page? Preview and catalog. ATC sync. Oh, that must sync it with Microsoft Flight Sim ATC. Ah, cruising altitude. Maybe VNav is under the map screen. There's a VNav page somewhere. Utilities, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, utilities, VNav. So target altitude is 2,000 feet, MSL. And we want to be at that before we get to... it jumps around a lot. Before GDAB. 1 mile before GDAB. That's fine. All right, so 391 on the minimums as well. Okay. Is that not the missed approach hold and not a reversal? I think it is the missed approach hold. Actually, let's look at that. I think the missed approach hold was to a specific RNAV fix. Let me check that. Because it says that our transition waypoint is Calverton. So we're not going directly to Lewin or... yeah, Lewin would be the initial approach fix. Instead of this as our initial approach fix, they're having us go directly... They're having us go to Calverton first. So... for us to make this like 270 degree turn or whatever this is, I'm guessing it might have us do like just do a reversal type here. But yeah, that is also the missed approach procedure waypoint, it looks like. Yeah, it says missed approach procedure, climb to 2,000 feet, go to direct to Coven, or Coven, however you want to say that. Yeah, then a left turn, 032, to CCC VOR and hold. So I guess what's interesting is just, yeah, I'll look at the flight plan. I wonder how it's programming this, because we have to go here and then turn around for here. So it'll either just make a really wide left turn, or it'll use this. I guess it should just, it might go outbound here and then turn around, but I don't know. I'm interested, actually. I'm not sure what's going to happen. It's just kind of weird to go directly to here. I wish they, like, this is a situation where they would just vector us, like going all the way out here, then going back up here, then down to here, and then lining up for 1-5 makes no sense when we're coming from the west over here. Like, why wouldn't they just vector us to JIDAB or onto the final approach course for 1-5? Like, here and there, that's it. So we have this really weird route we're taking. Maybe it's an airspace reason or something, or like for traffic separation. I'm not sure. It's a small airport. So actually, let's see what got programmed in here on the map. Yeah, see, it's going. What is going on? So it's going to Calverton VOR. It's showing the hold here. The thin line is showing the missed approach procedure. But what it's showing here is that it's going to Calverton, then over here to the airport, and then turning around, and then turning around, and then turning around. Let's check the flight plan. Maybe I can... maybe it's not that complicated. Tab to LaGuardia, we did all that. So we're on our way... Wait, what? We should be here. Activate this leg. What is it doing now? Yeah, maybe I should just activate the approach now. She didn't clear us. What am I doing? Yeah, I should activate it. Like, she didn't clear us to go to CCC yet, but that wasn't our original flight plan, so I should be going to CCC direct. All right. Back to CCC. So yeah, part of our original flight plan was including Calverton VOR. This is just another time where these ATC programs seem weird to me. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't be vectoring us on the final based on our course here. It's a little weird. Yeah, it still looks kind of crazy. So, okay, yeah, it's just making a left-hand turn now. Okay, so that is better than it was before. Yeah, it was a little weird because I had CCC in, Calverton in as an en route waypoint, but it's just going to do this big loop around here. All right, so what we want to do is get to 2000 by Lewin, so let's go and check. Let's go down and check our VNav page again over here. 2000 MSL, and it took the waypoint out. By Lewin. All right, descend to target, 223 required. So when this gets more towards 500, then we'll start a descent. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like I didn't want to guess at the approach. I just wanted to put in our flight plan from SimBrief, and part of that flight plan was going to Calverton VOR. So that as soon as she gave us CCC as the transition, she just said to expect the RNAV 15. So we're still, I think it's just keeping CCC as part of it, even though it doesn't have to, just because it was in our flight plan originally. Airspace vector, avoid the airspace to the west. Yeah, that could be it, that they don't want us to descend right now until we're overflying the airport and then going to Calverton, then turning out, you know, making a few left-hand 90-degree turns. All right, so I think display messages will make it so it gives us a message when it's time to start our descent. It'd be cool if I had a time here, but maybe that's not part of the real unit. Yo, Fredericks is over there. What's Fredericks in? It's hard to tell because if there, it looks like a King Air. He's in a King Air probably, unless it's the couch captain's livery, which I can't see them from a distance. I'll have to figure out the level of detail thing to show the liveries from a distance. King Air, nice. Are you on the Black Square King Air? You're on the analog version, or did you not get that yet? When they tell you expect the approach, it should have told you if cleared direct. Right, yeah. So like, I know Microsoft Flight Sim ATC actually does that. It'll say cleared for this approach via the CCC transition, cleared to CCC. In this case, I think it probably didn't because CCC is part of my flight plan. I feel like the ATC programs have a hard time like modifying your flight plan. Like I bet if I didn't have CCC in my flight plan that I filed, I bet it would be vectoring us onto final right now. I don't know. But either way, it'll be fine. We're gonna descend to 2,000 feet in a little bit. And then we're gonna do these few turns here. We're gonna eventually need to get down to 1,400 here by the final approach fix. That's where we get our glide path for the LPV approach down onto runway 15. That'll all be fine. And we have some clouds coming here. I'm gonna put our pitot heat on just while we go through these. 750 program the right turn there for CCC. Yeah, this looks, yeah, the turn anticipation, everything looks good. Now that I removed it as an en route waypoint, or just, yeah, activated the approach. Showing CCC at 5,000 feet as the restriction in the flight plan. We're at 5 right now. I wish I could keep that VNav information up. It's just super useful. 226 required still, so should just wait until we get to 500 and then start it down. This isn't updating though. This should be updating like every couple seconds. This should be getting larger and larger and larger as we get closer to Lumen. I wonder if it's not based off our whole route and it's based off like a direct to instead. Is that the airport right over there? Might be it. There's so many, potentially so many airports all over the place. It just, yeah, it looks like it. Right there. So we're gonna spin around for 1-5 this direction. Where scanned is. Is that another airstrip right there? There's a lot. You wonder why the Xbox got the NXI so quickly. Well, yeah, I mean, it was in the marketplace. Yeah, can't get the 750 or the G3000. Well, so the working title team, they have a bunch of stuff in progress. What do they have? Is it the longitude stuff they showed? And they've been showing a bunch of stuff. I always forget what is in there. There's just a bunch of videos. I feel like I should start descending. Yeah, I'm gonna start descending. I don't know if I can trust this VNav page. I think it's thinking about like a direct to 220. There's no way it's only gonna take 200. Status, descend to target. Alright, we're gonna go vertical speed. There's no way it's gonna be 200. I'm gonna go 500 for now. I don't trust that VNav page. So 8 mile, we're only 8 miles to Lewin, 5 miles. So we just crossed there. Okay, now we're direct to Lewin. It's not showing a distance, which is a little weird. Where's the distance? And distance here is 0 as well.
Departure, American 629, score 4, departure at 2,100.
Alright, I'm just gonna slow down here and just descend quickly. Yeah, I don't think the VNav screen is working.
American 629er, radar contact, continue climb, 7,800, altimeter 3010.
Yeah, we need to be 2,000 in 0 miles. It doesn't have distance information, which is not great. So I'm gonna be a little late on this descent. Alright, descent checklist, pitot, static on, that's done, stall heat on, inertial separator set. It says to normal or bypass as conditions were. I'm just going to leave it off. No smoking, light switch on. We're not doing that, obviously. Seatbelt light switch on. Nav source select. We're leaving it in GPS because we're doing an LPV approach. So our minimums are 200. Our final approach course is 149. So I'm going to set that up. There's 15, so there's 149. All right, we're hitting our next waypoint. We're still at 3,400 feet, so I need to descend faster. I'm just going to go idle. All right, so we're going down to 2,000 feet. We're at 3,200 right now. Oh, it's telling me, I guess I didn't hear it tell us to contact Boston Center.
017 Sierra Bravo at 4,900, descending 1,200.
1,200?
Wings 2006, radar contact, maintain, flight level.
And we only need to be at 1,400 actually.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, radar contact, turn left to heading 188, continue descent 1,200, altimeter
1,200.
3010,
Okay.
contact New York, approach 118.4.
Wow,
Turn
that was a
left
lot.
to heading 188, continue descent 1,200, contact New York, approach 118.4, November 017 Sierra Bravo.
It just busted through our 2,000. Right, oh yeah, we're going down to 1,200 now. I'm gonna slow our descent here. We're good.
American 1767, radar contact.
We were at 2,000 by Lumen. This says to be at 2,000 by JITAB still, so. But they're telling us to go down to 1,200.
Report when ready for descent.
Alright, let's switch over to New York here. Whoops.
Expect to New York approach, November 017 Sierra Bravo at 1,800, descending 1,200.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, radar contact, turn left to heading 175, maintain 1,200, altimeter 3010.
Turn left to heading 175, maintain 1,200, November 017 Sierra Bravo.
We're about to turn left anyway?
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Cleared RNAV. Approach at 1,200. Runway 15. Report established final track.
Alright, we should get altitude capture now, 1200.
200. Runway 15. Report established final track. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Alright, report when we're established on our final track, final course. Alright, turning left. So they had us go down all the way to 1200, which that wasn't even in the procedure, I don't think so. Pretty sure it was 1400. Yeah, we're supposed to get the glide path at 1400, so we're lower than we really should be on this approach. I'm gonna go back up to 1400. Maybe they'll yell at us, but they're wrong. I don't know where they got 1200 from. If we're cleared for the approach, then we're supposed to fly all the altitudes as published, right? So, couch captains fly to short grass strips. Yeah, I haven't been doing them just because I've been wanting to use the ATC a bit more, like for the, you know, for the approach procedures and stuff like that. And when we go to little grass strips, it's usually just a visual approach. But maybe I should do one of those after these two legs here. But yeah, we don't have any like we don't have a theme or anything like that. Like some people are flying Airbuses, some people are flying Grand Caravans and Cessnas. So, all right, lining up with the final approach course, which is 149. And this is LPV, so we'll see how this goes. All right, it's showing a little glide slope indicator right there. So we'll see if, I'm not sure how that's going to work with the HSI though. I mean, I see it on the 750 right here. Let's turn on approach mode. And we should get the glide, the glide path. Did I say glide slope? The glide path when we get to final approach fix Livery right here. 1,400 feet. I'm just curious to see if it'll actually fly the LPV approach or if it'll only give us like an advisory glide slope. If it'll just give us the info right here, or if it'll actually capture this. And we just stay on GPS mode because it's a GPS approach. All right, yeah, we're at 1,400 feet, right where we should be. And we're about to get to Livery. No distance information is really weird. That must be a bug here where we're just not getting any distances at all. I always thought FAF altitude on LPV is a hard altitude. As far as I know it is. I mean, I don't think that the ATC should be giving us 1,200. I mean, if we're flying the approach as it's written, as it's published, then it says to be at, 1,400 when you intercept the glide path. So not 200 feet below this.
New York approach, ISR 615, heavy at 7,600, descending 1,600.
All right, so this is coming down right now. But on the HSI, it does not show this.
November 017
This is not moving.
Bravo, continue approach.
Continue approach. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
615.
All right, it did just capture the glide slope. So it doesn't. It does show it here, and it did capture it, but this did not change at all. The glide slope that's actually over on our HSI did not change.
Continue descent 1,600. ISR 615.
All right, fuel condition lever is good. Prop to max, done.
Turn right to heading 241.
Yaw dampener off. Not until we're at around 200.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, wind 250 degrees at 4 knots, clear to
250
land
at 4, so crosswind from the right, clear to land 15.
17 Sierra Bravo.
ISR 615, heavy, proceed direct KTEB. Proceed direct Charlie.
All right, and our missed approach altitude is 2,000, so I'm going to put that in on selected altitude over here, and our heading bug is synced straight ahead. All right, we're at 100 knots. Flaps are fully down. Heat is on. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. That's the before landing checklist. Radar as required, we have that off. Yeah, prop is full forward, high idle. And I see 2 on the Vazzy there. 2 red and 2 white. Our minimums are 391. So we're at 400. We're at 391 right now. All right, autopilot's off. Just need to keep aimed a little to the right because we have a 4-knot crosswind. A little above the glide slope. Can barely see it on the GTN display, but it's below us.
ISO 615 heavy cleared RNAV Yankee approach at 1,600 runway 31 right. Report established final track. Cleared RNAV Yankee approach at 1,600 runway 31 right. Report established final track. ISO 615 heavy.
Landing time line.
ISO 615 heavy established
In beta mode.
final track. ISO 615
and off.
heavy contact Kennedy
Sweet.
Tower 119.1. Contact Kennedy Tower 119.1. ISO 615 heavy.
Let me park really quickly and see Fredericks come in. And then we can see Mike come in too. That was pretty good. There was a little bumpy toward the end there, but let's see these guys come in for the landing. Fredericks is first and then Mike is behind him. Mike's at 35, so it'll take a minute for Mike to get in. Yeah, those trees are I mean, they're not super close, but it's not too bad. King Air time. It's funny, it doesn't show his gear down. Oh, now it shows it down. Little bouncy. I never know if people actually bounce or not, because I feel like almost every time I watch someone land, it like lags and shows them bouncing.
Expect Sierra Echo Yankee departure.
And Mike's not far behind.
ILS approach runway 31 left.
Man, you need a lot more length for the King Air goes super fast, huh? I don't know what the final what the approach speed is on a King Air, but
Arrival, Chant ILS approach runway 31 left. Report when ready for descent. United 520 heavy.
they bounce. You mean like in general, like when you watch somebody land, it pretty much always bounces? Whether or not they actually bounce?
520 heavy. Proceed direct Saks. Descend and maintain 3,300 altimeter 3011.
All right, Mike, no pressure.
Proceed direct Saks. Descend and maintain.
I forget if Mike was in the Grand Caravan or if he was if he's trying the King Air out too. Or he might be in the 414, the 414 again, the Chancellor, which is like his baby. Oh, it only bounce when they actually bounce? Could be. The King Air is intimidating. That thing, I don't know what the final approach speed on that thing is though. It seems like it's probably pretty fast. All right, Mike's coming over the trees. 700 feet. Minimums are 391. And then what's the airport elevation? It's like 20 feet or 30 feet, something like that. Oh, 120-ish? Yeah. I think I touched down around like 95 or something like that. It's just so much faster. Anything over 100 the final approach seems so fast to me.
United 520 heavy. Descend and maintain 1,800. Descend and maintain.
They have intersecting runways here too, huh? Oh no, they don't intersect, but I remember this airport where runway 15 starts like it like connects to this one in a T shape. Like at the end here, it's so weird. This is the hold short for 15, I think, and then you go over here. This is 15, and then you stop here, I guess, and this is where you start your roll. It's kind of weird.
United 520 heavy established on localizer. United 520.
It's showing Mike in like a Bonanza or something, but I'm pretty sure he's in the Chancellor, which I don't own.
Kennedy Tower 119.1, United 520.
All right, fuel pump off. Let's switch over to ground. Actually, did they even tell us to switch to ground? Maybe there is no ground here. All right, let me go back to low idle. Get my flaps up. Strobe light off. Landing light off. Taxi light on. Pitot heat off. I'm glad I have all those on my Bravo. I don't... Let me check the transcript here. I don't know if they told us to contact anyone else. No, they just said clear to land. And it looks like it expects us to park over there somewhere. That can't be right. Parking spot 24. It doesn't really matter, does it? Now, yeah, it's showing that I'm supposed to be parking behind me. Oh, I think they want me over there somewhere. Yeah, I see the livery from this close. It's kind of weird you have to specify that in the livery itself. Oh, it should be more like 100 in the King Air. I see. Caravan doesn't have fuel pump on for landing checklist. Let me take a look. I'm using the one in 4-flight. Let me see. Well, I think I had the fuel pump on normal, but I think you might mean the boost mode. Let me see. These are pretty extensive on 4-flight. So stall heat inertial. So descent is pitot and stall heat, inertial separator, seatbelts, no smoking, altimeters. Before landing just says fuel tank both, high idle fuel condition, prop RPM max, radar as required, autopilot off before 200 feet AGL, and then wing flaps set. Touchdown brakes, yeah. I think it is in normal mode for before, let me see. Before takeoff list, we had fuel boost switch to normal. So I think it was off. Yeah, it's on boost for startup, then it's on off until we get before takeoff. Before takeoff, set the fuel boost to normal. And then normal takeoff, cruise climb, and cruise, it's all on for all of that. Yeah, it just stays on normal, the fuel pump. But yeah, descent, you would expect it to tell you to put it on boost for the descent, but I guess it just stays on normal. Yeah, nothing in here about fuel boost. And then after landing, we have ice protection off, pitot and static off, stall heat off, standby alternator power switch to off. That's something I need to learn to do. So this guy comes to off. Strobe lights off, landing and taxi light switches set, and then fuel condition low, idle. And nothing again about the fuel boost pump, or the fuel pump. So yeah, I guess it just stays on normal. I don't know. Different than the Kodiak. Yeah, I guess in flying like a 172 or something, I think normally, yeah, boost is on. Yeah, maybe it is different. Yeah, I think in general, yeah, you want like maximum electric fuel pump. All right, shut down, parking brake set, lights are off. Turn on the bleed air, turn off the bleed air heat that I had on. Then air fans off, air conditioning switch. Those are all off. Power lever. I can't say power level. Oh my God. Power lever is hard to say. All right, power lever, idle, ITT stabilized, prop RPM feather. Okay, that's feathered. Fuel condition to cut off, lights off, fuel boost switch off, which it is. NG, check. Avionics 1 and 2 switches off, batteries switch off. Alright, battery switch off, control lock, oxygen supply off, but I did not turn it on, so it's still off. External covers, blah blah blah. And then I should turn these off probably. Okay, sweet. What's cool is in this, I don't know why the ATC is still going when we don't even have battery power anymore, but the entire plane is off. But maybe I should, I might want to like turn how many aircraft are flying around us down a bit. It's just non-stop. Yeah, why is it still going? It's just still going. All right, I'm gonna have to mute it, I guess.
JetBlue 61056, radar contact, turn left to heading 325, continue.
Wait, I can't change the volume anymore.
3011.
All right. That's a little annoying. I'm just gonna, can I turn it off? Off. Okay, there we go. Wow, it just kept going. All right, Fredericks. Hey, thanks for flying along on the first leg. Monday in the UK. All right, have a good night, dude. All right, let me get set up for the second leg. So that first one, let me go to OnAir. We dropped off half of the stuff here. Landing speed 84 knots. It says regular. Wait, was I too fast or too slow? Must be too fast. Reputation's a positive and didn't earn anything money-wise yet because we have to actually complete the second leg before we get paid. So I'm going to do that. All right, back to the plane. I should also check if we can grab any more jobs while we're here. If anything else is going to our second destination. All right, so we're going to KMTP. Montauk? And my plane doesn't show up here. This is a part that's a little weird about it, is I can't see my own plane here. So I guess I'll just go to find jobs and select another Grand Caravan for the filter preset. There we go. I'm going to select the EX even though we're flying the analog because of this bug that's in OnAir or whatever's happening. All right, 200 miles. All right, and then we're going from KHWV. Let's see if we can find one that goes another any more cargo or passengers that are going to Montauk. It's KMTP, Mike Tango Papa. Oh, there are a ton going. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. Sweet. So how much more can we take? 2,300 pounds still available. And we're going to need probably a little more fuel. We had 600 pounds the first time, and I think this is a similar distance. Let me just bring it to 600. So we're going to be able to take like 2,000 plus pounds more, it looks like. So we just take what pays the best, I guess. I think this, let's see, this drop down here shows, oh, per 1,000 pounds. Okay, so I should sort it by this column. This is pay per weight. So ratio of how much they're paying per 1,000 pounds. So these are the most efficient weight-wise. For the Caravan, have your passengers limit set up to the actual EX or the amount of seats the sim shows. It's set up to how many seats you have configured in OnAir company, because in OnAir company, even with a plane like the Grand Caravan, you can choose the type of seat, economy, business, or first class, which is kind of weird for a plane like this. I have it set up for 9 first class seats. So right here, you can barely see it, but it says 009 next to this limit. So that means the plane that I chose is set up for 0 economy, 0 business, but 9 first class. And a first class seat will take any class of passenger. But in this case, if we look at what's available in the jobs, it's showing 6 economy, 3 economy, 3 economy, 1 economy. So nobody's even looking for a business or first class seat, whatever that means on a plane like the Grand Caravan. It's something that I think is super weird. Like I don't understand why the seat classification thing is part of any non-airliner plane. It makes no sense to me. The only thing this makes sense for is an airliner. And even then, what doesn't make sense about that even is that why would you... It doesn't seem realistic that an Airbus, like an A320 would be configured to have like 60 first class seats. as a full first class seating thing. That's kind of weird. But anyway, for GA, for like these small planes, it makes no sense. It should just say how many passengers you can fit and just be a single number for every model when it's something below like a business jet. And then here, it should just show how many total people are going. Like, you're not paying for a first class seat in a Grand Caravan. So I don't understand why they're doing that in the OnAir company. It's one of the weird things in it. Have I ever seen the Summit interior on the Kodiak first class? Oh, true. Okay. I did. Yeah. It would be a few seats. The actual one carries 14. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. I have seen that. The Summit interior looks awesome. Like, they face different ways, right? Yeah. The backward seats facing each other. Yeah. It seems kind of weird. Okay. All right. You've convinced me. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So we can take an additional 2,000 pounds. So, and it's showing that these are the best paying, starting with this one. So let's just load it up. So there's another, I'll take like 2 of these. I'm just doing it by efficiency in terms of pay per weight, the ratio of how much money you make per 1,000 pounds. All right, so if we load all this up, it still says we have 1,300 available. So I'm going to take one more 700-pound one, and then I'll check the fuel estimates before we take any more, but we're loading this thing up. Actually, I hope I have enough room for the packs. Was that packs or cargo? Need to validate fuel and payload. Okay, 546 pounds. So 7 total passengers. So we have 2 seats available. So we have another 500 pounds, but I want to check on the fuel first. So we'll see how that goes with SimBrief. All right, new flight. All right, so we're going KHWV to Kilo Mike Tango Papa, KMTP. Cessna 208. All right, so passengers so far, we have 7. Freight, 1,389 pounds, 2 tons. 0.69, nice. So we'll do 0.7. All right, and it's having us go to our favorite VOR, Triple Charlie, then on the Victor 46 to HTO. All right. And this is HTO, so that's the East Hampton or Hampton VOR. So we're going to Calverton VOR, Hampton VOR, and then out to Montauk. All right, cool. Generate flight. So it's going to give us our fuel based on that weight, not based on full weight. So I'll just have to see how much more we have left over. All right, 769 for the block fuel. So we have 352 pounds additional. So nothing here. No other jobs are anywhere near that amount. The least one is 692, so we can't take any more. So we're full up. So we're good there. All right. And so yeah, we're taking 7 passengers, 1,300 pounds of cargo. And I'm just going to import the SimBrief plan here so it does the fuel exactly. Montauk, Kennedy is our alternate again. 774 on the block fuel. And everything over here is checked. So let's load it in. And what time is it there now? 7:30 p.m. I'll probably want to roll back an hour. This is not too bad right now. This was rolled back 2 hours. Oh, you know, now that I'm using the... Oh, no, this is still the analog. Sorry, I can't use the other livery. Unfeather the prop. So cool that it actually feathers it. This is like the only plane I think I've seen that actually feathers the prop physically when you do it. Probably draining the battery doing this. All right. Fly now. I'll go... No, I'm not sure. Let me take a look at this airport first. So, KMTP. MTP. Right, Montauk. All right, so the runway, 3,200 feet, 75 feet wide asphalt. Runway 06 and 24. Traffic pattern is left on 06 and right on 24. And then we have two RNAV approaches. So we have an LNAV on one of them. So runway 06. Down here we have LNAV, so that the minimums for the LNAV is just 600 feet AGL. All right, and then the approach for 24 is also an LNAV. All right, so the only two approaches here are LNAV approaches. 600 feet AGL, or sorry, 513 AGL for the minimums on this one. All right, and then here's our flight plan. Average wind component, so we'll have tailwinds of about 10 knots on average. Fuel flow is much lower than the other flight, 365. And it wants us to go to 7,000 feet for this flight. All right, sweet. Let me paste in the route into the chats. And this is all loaded up. I'm going to go minus 2 hours again, which is what I had it set in the sim already. So it's just kind of resuming from where we were anyway. All right, tracking, we have everything right here. All right, nice. Let's get this started back up. All right. Fuel open. Prop full forward. Beacon light is on. Battery and avionics 1 are on. Fuel boost on. And starter on. I can actually use my switch for this one because we're going from fuel boost totally on to fuel boost totally off. All right, NG's rising almost 20.
Your flight will be
low idle
until you land and shut down.
Yo, Jason, what's up? All right, watching the NG's rise still. Up here, 40, waiting for 52, just it to be in the green. All right, starter off, and then fuel pump off. And then trip the generator, and everything's good. So that is something that totally changed. The generator, you didn't usually have to trip it to reset when you were starting it. So that is new. All right, avionics 1 switch on. Let's go avionics 2. Nav light on. And I'm actually curious. Let's go back to VFR over here. Standby. There we go, VFR. And I'll just put this to 7 now. We'll see what they give us with ATC. And the flight plan is still in here, so delete all that. Origin is Brookhaven. Hotel Whiskey Victor. KMTP. Montauk. And then we're going direct Charlie, Charlie, Charlie first. That's Calverton VOR. And then we're going to enter the Victor 46. So click Calverton, load airway, Victor 46. And our exit is at HTO. Was that Hampton VOR, I think I said? Load. All right, that's good. And then Montauk, that's it. Yeah, then direct Montauk. Okay, cool. That's all set. And over here we are tracking already. All right, that's good. All right. Oh, just chilling, Jason? Sweet. Chill. Do it. I will chill with another flight here. All right, so we're going, yeah, just eastbound. That's all good. Everything's loaded. All right, what's next? Engine is started. All right, I think everything's good here. So let me get, I'm starting up FSHud again. And then let me import it into Sim Toolkit so we have the stats at the bottom. All right, that's done. Fly now. And import into FSHud. Continue. And start flight. All right, request clearance. See if this works. Tune New York clearance on 118.55.
New York clearance.
There we go.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Parking 19er. Request clearance.
Parking 19er.
With information. Whiskey.
We have whiskey. I'll have to check that out actually.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Cleared to Montauk. Runway 33. Fly runway heading. Climb and maintain. 7000. Squawk 3752. Cleared to Montauk. Runway.
All right, runway 33. Fly runway heading. Climb maintain 7000. Squawk 3752.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, let's get the squawk code in. 3752. Altitude. All right, that's good. We have 7,000, so we're not. We're just going straight up to 7,000, which is nice. Runway 33 for departure. So let's bring up the. I should learn how to. I want to figure out how to get to charts faster. I can probably just click here. Oh, I have to go to waypoint info and then charts. I'm not sure if that's faster. All right, split and let's load up the airport information diagram. Whoops, I just exited out completely. This is not the airport info diagram, but this one is. There we go. The 10.9 or whatever this one is called. All right, ASOS. All right, so we're over here near Delta and Echo, and we're going to runway 33, which is right here. That's convenient. So they should just tell us to taxi via Lima to runway 33. And they said fly runway heading, so that's 329 right here. So let's set that up on the heading bug and advance 329. There's 31, 32, or there's just one notch from 33. All right, there we go. All right, climb maintain 7,000. Easy. All right, taxi checklists. Let's see. Taxi checklist, just check brakes. That's it. All right. Before takeoff, check flight controls. We're all good again there. Let's put our flaps into the takeoff position. That's done. Check our altimeters. So I didn't pick up whiskey, so let's actually listen to whiskey real quick. 119625. Transfer. Or not. Oh, I didn't get the 625 on the end. Let's swap again. 119625. There we go. Hello, ATIS? This is right. Yep, Brookhaven, ASOS. Oh, it's not putting in the 625. All right, there is a setting in here for ComNav spacing. No, it is good. So I'm not sure what's going on. It was on 8, so we can put in that third digit. I wonder if I bring this up and tune in what it's going to do. No, it doesn't like me. All right, let's request pushback and startup. Not letting me request pushback and startup. Oh no. You know what I should do the rest of the night is think long and hard for the 800th time about using VATSIM so I don't run into any of these problems again. So this could just be an issue because it's untowered. So I think what we have to do is take off and just resume the flight. So let's look at a nearby METAR. So I'm guessing there's no METAR available here, is there? Weather data. Oh, there is. Nice. 3011. All right, so I'm going to hit B to sync to that. Make sure it's set over here. It is. All right, so we're going to take off, climb maintain 7,000, then we'll talk to them again. Now, what frequency were we on with them? 118.4. All right, let me switch back to that.
JetBlue
All right, cool. So taxi to runway 33, takeoff, runway heading, climb, maintain 7,000, 3752 in the box, in the squawk. That's all set. Standby altimeter set. Fuel boost switch to normal. Let's do that. Actually, we don't need that until we get to the runway. All right, taxi light on, parking off, and let's go to runway 33, which is just right over here.
1,900 runway 31 right. Report established on localizer.
Cleared ILS.
VATSIM. I know, someday. It makes me so nervous. I almost did it last week. Love watching VATSIM, but it definitely cut out a bunch of your fly-alongs.
Established on localizer.
What do you mean it'll cut out the fly-alongs? Well, I mean, nobody else has to use VATSIM. I mean, just like you guys don't have to use FSHud because I'm using it. You can just do whatever you want. As long as we're flying the same, flight plan, it'll be just fine. Oh, I see what you're saying. I have to turn off multiplayer. Oh, no, you're right. That's right. Yeah, I have to disable Microsoft Flight Sim multiplayer. I mean, I guess I don't have to, right? But it might be a little confusing.
Delta 624 heavy radar contact.
Bunch of people on Xbox. Right, I know. Yeah, you're supposed to turn off the Microsoft Flight Sim multiplayer option when you use VATSIM. So you only see traffic that's in VATSIM. That is the challenge, I guess. Yeah. And the fun of doing this stream and flying along with you guys is flying along with each other. But what's cool is if enough of us did VATSIM, and I did VATSIM on certain flights, then we would actually hear each other calling, and we would be doing the same flight, and they would probably separate us and stuff, which would be interesting. Multiple planes. I wonder if we could file as couch. Let me check our trim there. That looks good. All right, this should be runway 33. All right, so we need fuel boost to normal right there. High idle. Tank selectors both on. Power lever, but initial separator as needed.
Delta 624 heavy, turn left to heading 281. Turn left to heading 281.
All right, there we go. Parking is on, strobe on, landing on, taxi off, and I'm going to say we're ready for departure.
Delta 624 heavy, proceed direct port, descend and maintain 3000. Proceed direct port, descend.
Just waiting for this Delta flight to be done.
Heavy.
I am waiting for it to ask them to take off. Guess I'll turn the fuel pump off for now.
113 heavy radar contact. Expect echo.
So I chose the option that said ready for departure, but it is not saying anything yet.
Runway 31 right. Report when ready for descent. Expect Echo November Echo.
I'm gonna wait for this conversation to end and see if ours replies or not. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna take off. Once I'm up, I can say resume flight.
Delta 624 heavy, descend and maintain.
All right, yeah, they're not really talking to us. Is that an AC vent?
900 Delta 624.
There is air conditioning on this right here.
Speedbird 113 heavy.
Oh, right here? Maybe.
Delta 624.
I'm not sure.
Cleared ILS approach at
Probably. There's another one over here too.
Right.
Yeah, that is the vent. Yeah, right. This is the actual vent, I guess. Yeah.
ILS approach at 1900 runway 22 right. Report established on localizer.
Are they ever gonna talk to us?
Delta 624 heavy established on localizer.
Come on, Delta 624 heavy.
Delta 624 heavy. Contact Kennedy Tower 119.1.
They say recommend disabling both. I don't think there's a requirement. Yeah, I could probably just leave it on. As long as I didn't get confused about seeing traffic on the ground and stuff. And maybe the multiplayer nameplates would help with that. All right, it doesn't look like they're going to answer us, so we're just going to take off. All right, fuel pump. What is going on in my brain? Fuel pump to normal. All right, parking brake off. Standby alternator power switch. Whoops, that's off. That needs to be on. And we should test that here. Alternator, good. Reset back to generator. There we go. All right, normal takeoff. Okay, cool. All right, the fuel poop is in normal. Let's go. Rotate at 70 to 75 knots at airspeed 80 to 85, and then wing flaps retract up after reaching 95 knots. Observe ITT and NG limits. Let's make sure we're in takeoff position on the flaps. We are. And pitot heat, it doesn't look like we're going to be flying through anything, so we're fine right now. 100 low lead fuel poop. All right, and I'm going to sync this up. Runway heading on the heading indicator down here, 7,000 feet. And I'm just zooming in to make sure here that our torque does not go over that red takeoff line because I don't want to have a complete engine failure. All right, power set. Beautiful. 50 knots, 60 knots, 70, 75. Rotations.
Airborne time logged.
All right, there's 100 knots. Flaps coming up. Trimming that out. And OnAir company said that it's logging our airborne time. Airborne time started. All right, we're just gonna fly runway heading for a minute here. So it's like giving me the option in FSHud to contact, tune into Boston Center. So I'm going to do that and see what happens.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, radar contact, proceed direct Charlie Charlie Charlie, continue climb, 7,000, altimeter 3011.
All right, autopilot's on. All right, direct Charlie Charlie Charlie.
7,000, November.
Let's go down here and do that.
Sierra Bravo.
We're actually, that is our first one, right? Charlie, 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 so we can just turn on nav mode. Go back to the map, and then we'll switch our heading bugger around to intercept that course over here. Nav mode is on standby, and let me arm altitude capture mode as well. All right. Scanned is right here too. Off our left wing. And Delta behind him. Nice, nice. We're like formation flying with GPS right now. Alright, cool. So now we're direct CCC. It's actually going to be intercepting the leg. They said direct. I don't know. I guess we'll do direct 2. Why not? CCC, direct 2, activate. So it's going to turn to the left and go direct now instead of flying to that leg. Looks like that's probably what you guys did, was actually do a direct 2. Oh, Delta's going somewhere else. He must be flying cargo some other place. He's over there though. Just me and Scanned all alone. Alright, direct CCC, then we're going to make the right-hand turn. Then after that, we're going over here to HTO. What is this again? Hampton VOR. Alright, we're climbing up to 7,000 feet. Alright, cruise climb, ice protection as required, pitot static heat switch on when below, and visual moisture. We're not in clouds yet, but I'll need to turn it on at some point. And our outside air temperature is 7 right now, so we need to be under 5. Inertial separator, I just haven't been using it. Airspeed and prop lever. Alright, prop lever needs to come back a little bit. And our torque is still good, it's not past the takeoff line. Alright, power lever set for climb, observing maximum climb torque, ITT and NG limits, good. And then it's a similar checklist once we get up into cruise. Oh, trying to remember your way around the TBM. Oh, nice. That's why you're so far so fast. The TBM is like a little jet. Up cold in the cockpit right here. Let's turn the bleed air heat back on. And then there's a little temperature setting right here. This position, like, you know, like a 10 to 11 o'clock on this knob usually gets it around 70 degrees, 70 to 75. And we have a message, near airspace. We don't really care because we're IFR. They do it all for us. All right, we're still climbing 7,000. We're at 4,400, climbing 7,000. Airspeed's looking good. We're at 100. Going about 1,300 feet per minute. I'm gonna bring it down to 1,100. Actually, let's just do a cool 1,000. Delta's back in his beautiful TBM. Yeah, that thing is so fast. Alright, we're gonna need some lights on in here because it's already getting dark, so... let's see, that's the floodlight. What's this one? Instrument lights.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Expect Golf Oscar November. RNAV. Approach. Runway 24. Report when ready for descent.
RNAV 24. Golf Oscar November. Alright, I have to verify that. So in FSHud, it gives you, like, this is one of the verification steps, so you can choose a different, you can override the approach if you want. I mean, maybe I should look at that and decide if I want to override it for what I think makes sense. So let's go ahead and load that in and just see what it looks like. Procedures, approach, RNAV 24 for transition Golf Oscar November. Whoa, what? It wants us to go all the way up here to the north and then come down this way? Wow. The other option is SEY, which is over on an island over here. So we would overfly the airport, go all the way over here. This one's pretty, I kind of like this one. We would come this way. We get to see whatever's on this island. I'm going to choose that instead. I'm going to choose SEY because I think this will be cooler to see. RNAV 24 SEY. Vectors for the arrival. Oh, right, there is no arrival, so that's fine. All right, let's do that one. All right, so I'm going to load that approach.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Expect Sierra Echo Yankee. RNAV. Approach. Runway 24. Report when ready for descent.
Expect Sierra Echo Yankee. RNAV. Approach. Runway 24. Report when ready for descent. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Alright, cool. Alright, report when ready for descent.
15,000. Altimeter 3011.
Alright, so we are going to be up to 7,000 feet. We're leveling off at 7,000 right now.
JetBlue 61466. Expect Romeo.
So everything's in the green.
Robust 3. Arrival. Noli ILS. Approach. Runway 22 left. Report when ready for descent.
Alright, then if I check over, let's go to our flight plan here and just check our fuel. So top of climb, it estimated we'd be at 648 pounds. And we are at, well, we're at more than that, 650. We're at over 700, it looks like. So we're good there. And then when we get to Hampton VOR, we should have 617 left. Alright, cabin temperature is warming up a little. We're at 61 degrees, 62 degrees and climbing. Alright, cool. So, 7,000 feet, and then we'll just look at the approach plate now. Bring that up for our arrival. KMTP. Approaches. Runway 24. And we'll just look at this full screen. Alright, so both of these are LNAV approaches, so no vertical guidance, so it's just lateral navigation. Alright, so we'll have 520 on our minimums. That's our baro mins. Go around left, climb to 600, then a climbing left turn to 2,500.
Arrival lot 26.
And then we need to be down to that altitude 2500 by the time we get to Cut Ux. All right, so that means we need to drop from 7,000 down to 2,500. So we need to descend 4,500 feet. And if we do that at 500 feet per minute, that makes it 9 minutes. At 500 feet per minute. All right, so just call it 10 minutes for our descent. All right, we're flying through some moisture here in a second. 0 degrees outside, so pitot heat's going on. Ice protection is off right now, but we do have ice protection down here. And we can also put the inertial separator on for engine ice protection. Maybe we should try that out. So if we turn this on, we should get a drop in our torque, which we just did. Oh, I was running it a little hard, huh? It was a little over the torque limit, but yeah, the release note said that the inertial separator will lower the torque as expected now, and then it's effectively anti-ice protection for the engine. And we have pitot heat on, so that means our airspeed indicator will keep working. And then down here we also have windshields. These are also, I forgot, these have an auto mode, so I could just turn them on. And then up here, if it detects any icing, yeah, it's going to turn it on automatically for us. Which is awesome. So I don't have to guess whether to keep it on or off. I can just turn it to auto. That's high tech for this plane, it feels like.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Contact Washington Center 124.72.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Contact Washington.
All right, let me see if I can get... Let me change some of these fields here. We have wind, ground speed. I kind of want estimated time.
Radar contact maintain.
Estimated time to waypoint. Oops. So we're gonna... So 1 minute and 40 seconds until the Hanover VOR. Is it Hanover? I never remember the name. Hampton. Like the Hamptons. Right, so Hampton VOR, and then after that we're going... KMTP's there. I should just activate the approach once we cross this, just because it's pretty much the same path to get over to Sierra Echo Echo Yankee. This is Sandy Point.
Climb and maintain.
So yeah, once we cross over, I'll just activate the approach. Anti-icing is going on here. Hey, aviation, what's up? Some turbulence.
JetBlue 61466. Climb and maintain. Flight level 190.
Climb and maintain. Flight level.
Alright, that's the pedestal, that's circuit breakers. That's our engine instrumentation up there. There, want that on too. Don't need that one. Don't need the standby instruments. Alright, that's all set. Whoa, what the? What? Well, I guess FSLTL spawned an aircraft at that point, it looks like is what happened.
Air Portugal -1 heavy, ready for descent. Air Portugal -1 heavy.
That's funny. The vertical contrail is now gone.
Flight level 330. Air Portugal -1 heavy.
That was so weird. Zoom, zoom. That must have been a TBM. Approach is not active. Yeah, we're actually going to activate the approach now. Procedure, activate. So this is going to take us direct to SEY. Yeah, we're going to turn a little bit to the right, fly out here. There's the island right over there. And then our destination airport's right over here. All right, so at SEY, we need to be at Cut Ux, we need to be at 2500. So it'll take us 10 minutes to do that descent. And what is our ground speed? Can I find our ground speed on our transponder? No, just our altitude, right? Our ground speed will be on the map here, though. Ground speed 177. All right, so we're going 3 miles per minute. So that means if it takes us 10 minutes to descend, we need 30 nautical miles before where we want to get down to our altitude at. So 30 nautical miles at 500 feet per minute. That's a really slow descent. So if we want, we can just double the descent rate. That'll give us half the time and half the distance. So we could do 1,000 feet per minute, 15 nautical miles, 500 feet per minute for over 30 nautical miles, or whatever we want to interpolate between those two. So if I do the math, then so 500 feet per minute in 30 minutes, so that's 16.666. So if I take 16.6 times 1,000, that'll give us... Wait, no, I'm doing the math backwards. Sorry. 30 nautical miles over 500 feet per minute is 0.06. 0.06 times 1,000 gives us 60. No, I'm doing it all wrong. Trying to be fancy and I'm failing. Anyway, if we do it 500 feet per minute, then that takes us 9 minutes roughly. Call it 10 minutes. And we're going about 3 miles a minute. So that means we'll need 30 nautical miles to do that descent. So if we want to go faster, it'll be fewer miles. If we do 1,000, it'll be 15 nautical miles. All right, so I should figure out how long until those things happen. Actually, it's right now. Well, it's about right now. We have to go to SEY and then turn around, but I might as well just start the descent right now. All right, so we're going down to 2,500 feet. Vertical speed, 500 feet per minute. I'm going to do 600 feet per minute because we're a minute late. Then I'm going to arm the altitude capture. All right, so we need to get down to 2,500 feet by the final, or by what is it, Kutux? Let's go back to the chart. Hello? All right, that's not helpful. Wait, why did it went back to Brookhaven? Fast find? What is this? All right, it changed my airport when I didn't change it. That's annoying. MTP? Or N. Oh no. Forgot the arrival code. Oh. I don't know why yeah, it shouldn't have changed that on the MTP. Waypoint info, charts. Approach, RNAV 24. Yeah, this is the premium one. I don't think it's super necessary. If you have Navigraph, you can just use it in the top toolbar anyway. It is nice that you can like click the waypoints and stuff, but I don't know, it's pretty pricey. Okay, so we need to be, yeah, 2,500 by the time we go to Kutux. So IAF Sandy Point, no procedure turn. So we just go to Kutux, then Kober, and then down to 1,600 for Kober. So the airport's right here. This is the island where the VOR is. We're going to fly over. So we're just going to go this direction, turn left, turn right, and then come back in for the airport. Can we see the field right there? There's our destination. So yeah, we're going around this way, and then this way, and then down into here. And that's on runway 24. Anti-ice is still going, even though it's on auto, but I don't really see any moisture, so I'm going to turn pitot heat off. And I'm going to turn the anti-icing back to off as well. See if we start actually icing up. All right, we can see ourselves on the moving map now. So we're going direct Sandy Point, which is the VOR right here. Left turn, left turn. Our final approach course is going to be 242. So I'm just going to put that in now. 24 is right there. And then 2 more clicks after that, 242. All right, we have another message. Arrival at SEY. No, we have not got it. We are not at SEY. It's way over here. What are you talking about?
Descend and maintain 12,000. JetBlue 61466.
All right, then our minimums for this are 520. I don't know that I can set. Can I set minimums on the 750? Default intersections. How do we set minimums on the 750? Channel ID, charts. I'm not sure that we can. So I'll just have to remember our minimums it's 520 baro minimums. That's an MDA because it's a non-precision approach, so we cannot go below 520 without a visual. But it's clear, and yeah, we'll be able to see it just fine. Oh, whoops! I forgot to report that I'm ready for descent to ATC. We've already been descending.
November 017 Sierra Bravo. Proceed direct Sierra Echo Yankee. Climb and maintain 7,000. Altimeter 3011.
Proceed direct Sierra Echo
Climb and maintain
Climb and
7,000.
7,000. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Should I listen to them? I guess I'll listen to them. I guess they think that we started descending too early. Or, I don't know. All right, let's do that. Whoops, inertial separator can come off now too. All right, let's go back to 7,000. They don't want us to descend yet, so we'll go up to 7,000. Try the utilities tab. I already forgot what I was looking for. Oh, I was looking for minimums, right? A lot of this stuff is not usable. Checklists. Can import checklists. That's kind of cool. Fuel planning, flight timers. All right, so at cut-ux, we want to be at 2,500 feet. Vertical speed required 4,000. That's because we're climbing. It's confusing. It's confused because we're climbing, probably. I'm going to listen to ATC and we'll see what happens here. But I think we should be descending already. We could wait until we're like 15 miles out, so maybe that's why they're doing it. They want us to descend like 900 feet per minute.
Descended, maintain 10,000.
Distance is not working again. This is so annoying. That's a crappy bug. Maybe it got changed somehow. Maybe I just have to reselect it. No, it just doesn't work. Doesn't know how far it is to get to here, but it knows the ETE somehow. And it's not showing the restriction here either. It would be nice to see, but it's 20. It's at 2,500 here, and then 1,600 here. But they're having us climb to 7,000, which is, I don't know. Maybe it's an airspace thing. I'm gonna listen. Try to be a good pilot. Be a good boy.
Climb and maintain flight level 240. Air Portugal -1 heavy.
Scanned is still behind us. I see Delta out there too. Yep, still at 7,000. Sorry, I'm making you guys climb and descend all over the place too. It's like, hey, let's start our descent. Oh, hey, they want us to climb. Sorry, everybody. Cool. There's an air. It looks like there's an airport out on this island too, right there.
Descended, maintain 10,000.
Descended, maintain.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, that's probably why they have us at 7,000 still. Maybe there's like a minimum vectoring altitude around here. Or I guess that wouldn't be the reason. It would just be just to stay clear of the airspace, I guess. Block Island.
JetBlue 61466. Descended, maintain 8,000.
Descended, maintain 8,000.
All right, let me check the METAR here. 3013. And winds are variable at 3 knots. Okay. Clear sky. 13 degrees. 3013. Yep, variable. And yeah. Where's the visibility? It doesn't show it here, but it doesn't show it anywhere actually. So I assume it's 10 plus miles. need to figure out the quickest way to get to the chart. Oh, that's cool. If you click this, it goes to the flight plan. I didn't know that. So if I click this, approach. I wish I could hit charts here. Airport info, charts. Okay, that's not too many clicks. It's like 4 clicks. 520 on the altimeter, or sorry, 520 for our minimums, and we're going to need to get down to 16. So as far as miles, Cuttux is 13 nautical miles away from the runway. We need to be at 2,500 before then. 7 miles from Sandy Point VOR to Cuttux. And we need to get from 7,000 down. So we need to lose 4,500 feet in 7 miles. And we're going 3 miles a minute. So that gives us just over 2 minutes to drop 4,500 feet. So we're going to have to drop over 2,000 feet per minute to get down there, which is nuts, which is why I don't trust this ATC right now. We're not going to drop 4,500 feet.
Bravo, descend and maintain 1,400.
All right, descend and maintain at 1,400.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
All right, we're going to go to idle. I need to drop fast. All right, descend and maintain 1,400, and we're turning for the for Cuttux right now. So we have a total of 7 miles here for Cuttux, and then 8.2 miles till Coburg. So that gives us 17-ish miles. Or sorry, 15-ish miles. So 15 miles at 3 miles a minute. So that gives us 5 minutes until we get to Coburg. We are slowing down a little bit though. So we have about 5 minutes to drop down to 1,400 feet from 7,000. So call it 6,000 feet. So 1,000, a little more than 1,000 feet per minute should be good. So we'll do 1,200. Let's actually see what the direct Cuttux. That's where we're going already, so we're good there. Let me check the utilities VNav again. This thing is just this thing is so confused. So say we even do Coburg 1,400. Okay, there we go. This says 500 and dropping.
Descend and maintain 5,000. Contact Boston. Approach 118.2.
Are my calculations just totally off? Well, our ground speed did reduce by a lot, so that makes some sense. You know, I pulled us to idle. We were going 180 knots over the ground, and now we're going much slower. Now we're going 108. Oh, and wait, didn't they say, they said to descend to 1,400? But again, the restriction is 1,600 for the final approach fix. There's some bug. It keeps descending us like exactly 200 feet lower than we should be. Super weird. All right, descent, pitot and static heat on when below 5 degrees Celsius, which we are not. Or sorry, we are, but we're not in visible moisture, so I'm leaving it off. Inertial separator set as conditions warrant. Again, no clouds, we're fine. Power lever as required. All right, before landing, both on, fuel condition high. That's all good. Prop RPM to max, so we'll do that before landing. And then AP yaw damper off and wings flaps set. All right, and final approach course on this. Did I check that? It'll be right here. 241.
Climb and maintain 10,000. Altimeter 3012.
And I had already set that earlier, right? 241 on final approach course. I'll just swing our heading bug around for that too.
Contact Washington Center 124.
All right, 1 minute until we get to Cuttux, and we're at 5,500 feet.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Yeah, the sunset's perfect.
At 1,400 runway 24. Report established final track.
Cleared INAV. Approach at 1,400. Runway 24. Report established final track. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
I don't know that I like using this. I mean, it's because I haven't used it a lot, but I find myself like, it's hard for me to get to where I want to be in this. I have to like think about how to get there, like hit back a bunch, hit the right, I don't know. With so few, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Like the G1000 has so many knobs, but it's like a, you know, one button per function type of thing for the most part. You know exactly what the button's doing. Or on this one, you know, you have to go back, and then forward like you would on your phone or something. So it takes some getting used to. I realize I'm also going very slow. This is, on VATSIM, I would get yelled at so much probably. They'd be like, why are you going 100 knots? You should be going like 150 in that plane. Alright, almost 4 minutes until we get there, and we're at 4,700 feet. Why did our descent just stop? I'm gonna descend us faster. We only have a couple minutes to get down. We need to go down 3,000 feet more in 3 minutes, so I'm going minus 1,000. Let's go 1,100 to be safe. Yeah, this is the way. Just always set your flight. I think I mentioned the idea for this mod before. A mod that would be hilarious is it just freezes time at sunset, like right here. Or it just cycles between the golden hour. The sun goes down to here and then up. Sun sets and comes back up over and over again. So live weather, but the time just cycles between that. Just the sun peeking up and down from the horizon. They don't care about the speed unless the approach or departures require it, but I won't be flying them. I guess what I worry about is them being like, if there's a bunch of jets landing at an airport I'm landing at, and them trying to sequence me in, that if I don't keep my speed up, I mean, they'll probably tell me, right? They'll be like, keep the speed up. All right, we're at 3,700 feet, going down to 1,600. And we can see the airport right there. So on this approach, we're going to, let's see, flight plan. How do I get to this quickly? Airport info charts. All right, we stop at 1,600, and then from there we can only go from there down. Let's see, ground speed 100 knots. We'll go at about 5 to 600 feet per minute according to this chart to continue our descent down to 520. Once we get to 520, we have to have a visual, which we will. So we'll just keep descending from there. But we're looking at 5 to 600 feet per minute after Coburg right here. But we need to be at 1,600, and we are not. I'm just gonna pull out more throttle and dive even faster here. So this is an LNAV approach, so we only have lateral guidance, and it's not going to be extremely precise. This one looks pretty good, but it doesn't have like the precision that something like an LPV or an ILS has, where as you get closer, it gets more and more precise. This is more like a VOR approach, where the precision is the same all the way, and it doesn't get more precise as you get closer. All right, I'm going to tell them we're on our final track here.
Bravo, established on final track.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, contact Providence Tower 120.7.
127.
120.7. November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Expect Echo November.
All right, switching over.
Providence Tower, November 017 Sierra Bravo, on final 24. November 017 Sierra Bravo, continue approach. Continue approach, November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Just went past our minimums again. Let's go to altitude hold mode for a second. Start slowing down, and so we're going to be able to go down. I'm just going to set my minimums kind of as a reminder here for 520. I'll just set it to 5. And we crossed over, so we want to keep maintaining around 500 feet per minute descent.
November 017 Sierra Bravo, wind 240 degrees at 5 knots, clear to land.
Between 5 and 600. It matters our ground speed.
Clear to land 24, November 017 Sierra Bravo.
Ground speed is 120 right now. So 120 ground speed, 637 right down here on the JEP chart for our descent angle. And I see 4 white lights, so I'm going to go down a little bit faster. Get 1 flaps out. All right, fuel tank. All right, we're on high idle, max RPM, so props full forward now, radar as required. And then autopilot yaw damper off before 200 feet AGL. on the approach or before 800 feet AGL. If not on an approach, I guess. I guess that means instrument approach. All right. Just going to descend faster here. Put out our second notch of flaps. We have 4 white, so I'm too high. All right, we're at 700 feet. Or sorry, 600 feet. Almost at 500 feet. There's 400 feet. 1 red. 300 feet. Our minimums were 520. We're almost to be at 200 feet. All right, turning that off. Flaps are full. I'm gonna add some more power because we're low. Oh man, I can't even see the can't even see the pappies anymore. Oh man, there's a bunch of trees. I just chopped it way too fast with the autopilot there. Whoa, there's so many trees. That's crazy. All right, we're chopping and dropping, I guess.
Landing time.
Wow, that is a crazy approach.
November 017 Sierra Bravo.
I'm just gonna keep it rolling to the end. That is crazy.
When vacated, contact ground.
I have to look at the approach chart. I probably didn't read it right.
Sierra Bravo.
I feel like I should have waited till way later to descend. I just overcompensated for our for that descent there towards the end. Man, that is a crazy approach. I think the main thing that I should have done is let me take a look at the other documents that are there. I'm guessing there's a bunch of information about the trees for approaching on that side. Man, that was kind of sketchy. All right, low idle, flaps up, taxi light is on. That is a dark plane right there. All right, parking brake on. I'm just gonna stop right here. I'm curious about so it shows a 3-degree flight path angle. These are our minimums right here. This is our MDA 520, and then the missed approach, you know, once we cross over the runway threshold. But let's see. Oh, procedure not authorized at night. That's important. So we could see why it's not authorized at night. Let me see if there are any more charts there. There might be a chart for... let's just go to info and see if there's any info about runway 24. Noise abatement, runway 24, right turn as soon as possible. So that's for departures. Helicopters, deer in vicinity of airport. So the Pappy left. Okay, so the approach. So the approach down to minimums, down to 520 MSL, is a 3-degree glide path angle. The Pappy's on the left side. So these Pappy's were on the left, so it must be these, right? Yeah, for 2-4 right there. So for 2-4, medium intensity runway lighting and Pappy's on the left side. The Pappy angle is 4 degrees, not 3 degrees. So man, that's kind of weird. I mean, I definitely went below the Pappy's. I was too high, and then I dove really fast because I was like, uh-oh, I really need to get down. So I just descended too quickly. So because of that, and because this angle is so drastic, I ended up way lower. It just came in so much faster because that's a 4-degree angle for those Pappy's, and I was on a 3-degree angle for the descent coming in for the approach. So yeah, that was That was interesting. Someone on a PC-12 overtook on the runway. Yeah, that runway is crazy. That's a really cool approach, actually. I mean, just this runway in general is rad. This airport is really cool. Oh, sorry if that makes anyone a little dizzy. Whoa, look at the moon. That's so cool. Oh, let me turn off the nameplates. Gotta get those screenshots. Dude, this is such an epic screenshot right now. This looks so cool. Block Island, where we set up the approach. Oh, wait, this is this is part of where we passed over, right? Yeah. That is part of Long Island? Or sorry, part of Rhode Island. Awesome. Dude, this looks so cool right now. Wonder what is even out here? This is so cool looking. The moon just looks epic. Taking a million screenshots right now. What a cool airport. All right, let's get this thing shut down. I'm gonna turn my flashlight on because we're gonna power everything off. All right, strobe, so taxi light off.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished.
Should have feathered the prop first.
Monitored by OnAir.
Thanks, OnAir. Turn all the lights off in here. All right, sweet. Another 32-minute flight in the log book. And let's check the OnAir measurements here. Yeah, my landing was pretty... It says regular, but that's pretty hard. But man, we got paid a bunch. So because we finished the 2-leg one and then these extra 3 additional ones I took right out to here, that seems like a potentially profitable route because there were a lot of people trying to come to this airport. There were like 7 jobs to take to come out here. So this is a popular destination, I guess. At least the reputation didn't go down. What did I get dinged for? Oh, nothing, I guess. There are no negatives here, so just reputation increase. Comfort bonus, safety bonus, aircraft handling bonus. I don't know about the comfort and safety part on that landing. Was not great. Winds were also, last we looked, were variable. Only 3 knots, but unpredictable winds a little bit. All right, battery off. More screenshots. Oh, and I didn't even contact ground for parking. That's fine. Whoops. Sorry, ATC. All right, what time is it? It's 5:30 my time. 3.5 hours. I think I could be done. Yeah, I think I should be done. I've been going for like 4 and 5 hours each time and then eating food way too late, so I'm gonna call it a day. This is a good flight to finish it on too because it looks epic, so can't feel bad about this at all. And I have more Airbus practice to do as well, so. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some food and then, yeah, maybe do a couple of flights tonight on the Airbus. Man, what a cool airport. This would be a cool home base. It's a pretty short runway though, but it's probably longer than it looks like. What are the markings? I know these markings are for the width of the runway. I think it was 75 feet. So those are each maybe 25 feet. And then this is 1,000-foot marker, right? From here to here is 1,000 feet. But then we don't have any other landing markers, so from here to here is 1,000. So then here to here is probably a little more than another 1,000. And then from this direction, we have extra. We can use this additional area for takeoff. Yeah, it's got to be only like 2,500 feet or something like that, but good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for flying along. I'll catch you guys on the next stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys in Discord if you're there. And yeah, that's it. Have a good night. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out the last couple hours. I'll see you guys sometime during this week, probably. All right, peace. Have a good one.